of title would Tommy have at this point in the revolution?
The Ardent Scythe Man. The Scarecrow. Gah!
Scarecrow's not bad.
Scarecrow's not bad.
Brother, I feel like there'd be huge...
Scythe?
Yes, I was thinking there'd be some huge agitprop against me, and I would just own the name. The Grim Reaper of Tyranny?
The Reaper of Kintargo?
The Murder of
Reaper of Kintargo, that one.
There we go. Tommy. The Reaper of Kintargo.
Man just adopts Thrune propaganda.
Just gonna have to... Sorry,
yeah,
I can't do this other share.
You know, I rebrand it, so it's mine. Not theirs, you know?
He doesn't care. He's content. Just eject the cat 1 square to the left. Succeeded that reposition maneuver. So yes. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Okay. I'll push this map again for you guys. So, it is day 2 of your ongoing efforts following the horrific events of the Ruby Massacre to rebrand your image and kind of save Kintargo both from itself, from the clutches of Barzillai Thrune, and to let everyone within the city walls know that you are in fact the heroes of the story, not the villains. To that effort, you have expanded into Jarvis's End and Red Roof, secured those districts. You're currently in the Greens district, having dispatched with an evil printing press that was printing propaganda about how you were bad and evil. And you've cleared that place out, save for a couple of really irritating creatures that have been hand-waved by your game master, so we don't have to deal with that combat. I don't think anyone really wants to deal with that. I certainly don't. I'm going to get to the harder fights where you guys just die and then the campaign ends, rather than the...
As God intended.
But yes, so you're inside this building. In the back, there's one room you haven't yet searched. So I'll push the map again if you want to, just so I can kind of show you the map I'm talking about.
Is District Day 2, like, blank to everyone else?
Yeah, it's
Oh, is it blank?
Yeah, it's blank currently. I thought it was just loading.
Oh, weird.
It is blank to I.
Let me close. That's super weird. It should just work. Doop-a-doop-a-doop.
I closed it and reopened it in images, and it was still blank.
Is this better? Day 2 _ D4? Or is that still a bad one? Well, my stream can see it, and they're the real people.
Fair.
Yeah, just bring up your stream.
Can you see this one? This is the old map, so just imagine this map, but slightly
Can't see
updated.
this one either.
Weird, I don't know why. Well, it seems like your problem.
That's fair.
Let me stop sharing and then reshare this one. Does that work? Did we get there?
No, it's still blank.
Oh, that's sad.
I'll just open your stream real quick.
Well,
We'll just send it in Discord.
kind of, but I mean, like, do these work?
Yes.
That map works? I don't know why this other one doesn't.
Akai Sai, the Sea Elf Village.
Yeah, it should work.
Oh, that's why I soloed an Aboleth.
Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, you can just pull up the stream. It's the same map. I just turned the greens to blue. So you also have control of that district.
Sick.
So yeah, you've taken control of the greens district, and you find yourselves within this building, this like squat stone structure in the records hall. Let me pull that up here. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. You know what? Despite our technical difficulties, still faster than drawing a map. So you know what? We take it. So yeah, you guys will have fully explored all this sort of... Whoops. Enter mask mode. See? We're all learning how to play the game together. Oh, that's weird. Oh, you can... If you hold down shift, dude, you can do unique images. Unique shapes. When you
Oh
do
my
this
god,
card.
what?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That's game changing.
Fantasy Grounds is the best software ever. Okay.
Might have just been upgraded to best software in the world.
Oh my lord. That's phenomenal. Wow. The things you do in MS Paint that you try to recreate here. Because holding shift in MS Paint allows you to make perfect squares. If you didn't know that.
Interesting.
There you go.
Really?
That's your fun fact of the day. Good session, guys. See you next week.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. So you're standing before a pair of closed doors right here next to Buddy. That's where we've left off. There's a couple of dead, wispy, immaterial corpses from those slain creatures. And yeah, there's a pair of closed doors there. I believe you have someone in the party that likes picking locks. They do seem very secured. But perhaps not. Perhaps he's learned his lesson from last time.
No,
that doesn't work. I'll cast knock. It's essentially me just kicking.
What was it? Disable device?
Yes, disable device. A 27. You spend some time with this. It does not open. You think that it's pretty well secured. You might need to do slightly better than a 5 on the die.
Do I just try again?
Sure. If you get like 5 less, then it jams or whatever. So you're like in that window where you're like, I think I can still make it work. You know, your Skyrim lockpick. Oh, perfect. Your Skyrim lockpick breaks off and is now stuck inside there.
All right.
Buddy's turn.
What the fuck?
You want to roll strength check? See who breaks the door?
Yeah, Buddy and Tommy step up.
I'll rage.
Yeah, you rage. You lay hands upon the door. Both of you make reflex save, discharging the trap.
I'll have marked off some charges of the swan while people are breaking this door.
There's another exceptionally loud explosion, very similar to the one on the first door. It seems as if there was a second one here. If only to make you mark off another couple of charges.
I'm just gonna mark off like 30 charges and call this good.
You both take 9. It's very loud. The door is jammed. You can spend some time finagling it and burst it open afterwards.
And then there's another door.
Yep. The walls surrounding this room are thick. The next set of doors also seem similarly locked as the ones on the other side.
I believe you this time, Sezzix. I'll pat you on the back.
For what it's worth, it takes you guys probably a couple of minutes to break that door open. I imagine you don't want to use your rounds of rage. Did you get another one? Yeah, you break your second lockpick off into this lock as well. But certainly, this door isn't trapped, you say, as your companions trigger the trap, both taking 5d8 points of damage, reflex save DC 17 for half, as there's a second loud explosion in as many minutes. Perfect.
I'll mark off an additional.
Would you believe there is a third door on the other side of this wall?
Third time's the charm.
No, I'm kidding. It's just a chamber. But wouldn't it be great if it was just like 5 of these and then a dead end? Boom! Boom!
I think I would have like left a note inside saying thank you for the fun.
Sure. This chamber is very large. It has no descriptive text, which frustrates me. So I'll have to read things to you. There's going to be shelves in here. It looks like this is definitely a vault. The walls inside have all sorts of like magical writings on them, things that you would imagine provide some sort of abjuration protection, perhaps against teleportation magic and things like that. There'll be a nice like mahogany table for Cobra over to the side there that has some documents on it. They seem plot relevant. There's some nice binders, like leather sheathed binders, written in a very beautiful handwriting that matches the writing of all the documents. It seems like a nice little, bunch of quest text over to the left side of the map. To the right side of the map is a box that seems to be locked. If you had anyone that could pick locks.
I'll look at Sezzix.
Awkward.
As the light shines in through this room, which was previously dark, but now the doors are open, you two gentlemen who are up front, give me a perception check. That would be a Buddy and a Tommy Reaper of Kintargo. Fantastic.
I don't see shit.
Fantastic, guys. Extraordinary. You catch a glimpse of maybe what was like a creature, but it's gone. It looked like, the way, the light was hitting the shadows emanating from these shelves as the sunlight pours over your shoulders into this darkened room. You thought maybe there's like a tiger here or something. But surely it was just a trick of the light. I imagine you then casually walk into the room and are attacked by some sort of invisible cat. That's how I'd like it to happen, at least.
I'll walk into the room.
Fantastic. Some sort of invisible cat attacks you. You're like, whoa, I didn't know there was a cat here. How interesting. It certainly hits you.
That'll sure hit.
It has +4 to this. A 27 against your combat maneuver defense. It may fail.
31.
Yeah. A claw hits you and tries to find purchase, but you seem to free yourself from it. Boom, you take a whopping 4 points of damage. Extraordinary. Extraordinary. And now you can see that there's a creature here. It is very well stealthed. It's like a flaming cat, almost. Think like a feral druid form from Legion, like when they did the Kill Jaden heroic kill or whatever, like one of those sort of feral cats. And it is like quasi-visible. Like if I was to assign a percentage that you could see it without hitting it, I'd say like 80% chance you could hit this thing without missing. But maybe 20% of it, roughly 20% of the surface area is not visible. As the light is hitting it, and wherever the light hits it, it goes invisible, which is pretty cool. The hellcat goes first. Fantastic. It will take full attacks.
Sure.
It just continues attacking you. It tears into you pretty flimsily, but it will make more of these grapple attempts. So if any of these get within 4, let me know. A 1 won't do it and a 4 won't do it. It's unable to get purchase with its claws as it tries to tear into you. It will then bound into this corner and kind of like do the cat thing where it's like it's wagging its flaming tail. It's like trying to scratch you up. Buddy, do you speak any languages?
Aboleth.
Yeah, you feel a pressure in your mind in a language you don't understand, very similar to when your Aboleth, when your drowned devil friend talked to you. And it talks to you in a language you don't understand. Tommy, you're up. You see this like oversized house cat playing a game of cat and mouse with your friend, though it seems as if it is pretty bad at damaging him.
Is it speaking Infernal? Would I have heard it?
It is saying nothing.
Okay.
But in Tommy's mind, he heard something.
In Buddy's mind.
Oh, sorry, in Buddy's mind.
I'll move right here.
Once you move through squares that you believe it to threaten, it will attack you. It certainly strikes you. Its claw tears into you, and it has +4 on this as it attempts to grapple you. Does a 31 beat your CMD?
No, I have 33.
It tries to, like, bat you and drag you in, but you, like, pivot off to the side and are not grappled.
Okay. I'm going to pile drive his ass.
On a 1 or a 2, you miss. Your attack misses. As you drive your scythe down into a section of it that shimmers and goes invisible, and you just miss. Sezzix. Seems as if your companions are engaged in combat up ahead. There's a great deal of noise. You can kind of pop the ringing in your ears out from those explosions. And you can hear the sound of a large cat growling playfully with its new companions.
Can I see it from there?
Yeah, I think so. As much as it would not like you to see it, I'm pretty sure you can, because you can do corner to corner there, right?
Yeah, it looks like
And
it.
you can also do this corner if you preferred to this corner. So you can definitely hit it.
I need to go 1 square closer, though, so I'm within 40.
Yeah, you're going to shoot it?
Yeah.
On a 1 and a 2, you miss. fantastic. Your shot just doesn't connect. It wasn't there. You're using light to see it in the spot you shoot. Just nothing happens.
I was just curious if I would have hit it anyway.
Sear it.
I wonder if this lantern stops whatever the fuck that is. I'll come within range for the lantern.
It has natural invisibility. In normal light, it has partial concealment.
Oh, so you mean in bright light, he won't, I say. I'll cast daylight into the room.
You can no longer see it.
That's really funny.
You misunderstood what he meant,
You're
Garm.
like, your friends are like, the light, we can't see it because of the light. And you're like, I got this, boys. Daylight. It just disappears off the map. But he's like, no!
As a free action, can you drop daylight on your turn?
It's a standard action.
Who writes this game?
I almost took improved.
Dude, what a
shot.
fantastic cat.
I mean, that's pretty funny, you know.
Sure. Buddy,
Garm,
you're up.
between that and my pick and my disabled device rolls this.
We're doing great, big guy. You're on the top of the world.
Well,
Top of the world.
I
Oh my
will,
god.
5-foot step and try to attack where it was.
Evens you hit. How many attacks you got?
I got 3.
Your second 2 attacks have a chance.
Cool. So 1 claw, 1 bite.
I will accept those results. Are your attacks considered good aligned? I don't think so. Unless aligned weapon's still up, Garm. I don't imagine
He
it
cast
is.
that on me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Drop some
I
damage onto it.
cast Align Weapon Communal.
Here, I'll make it visible so you can... Yeah, but how long does that
Doesn't work
last?
on Buddy.
Oh, because it's
Yeah.
naturals.
Mm-hmm.
And then do one more, because your bite crit.
My bite crit. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you tear into this thing, and you're like, you can feel yourself cutting through flesh. There's a spray of blood along the walls. You hear a whimper. In all your minds, in Infernal, you're here. You're no fun to play with. Top of the round, you feel like a gust of wind, maybe, as some large beast bounds past you, buddy. Caerrat, if you want to be thematically knocked to the ground, you can, but a large-sized creature will just move through you and run out into the streets of Kintargo. Combat is over.
We see him as he leaves?
No, he's invisible in daylight.
Oh.
So, like, yeah, as he's running through the hall, maybe, with his, his move speed of 40, he's just doing, like, a full move action. As you see him running through, like, the arches, whenever there's, like, a beam of shadow that he passes through, you, like, see him for a second, and then he disappears as he goes from, like, light pool to light pool, and then he, like, I don't know if he can make it all the way outside, but he's, like, somewhere up ahead, and then next turn he'll just run off. You like, fire some shots or whatever, but, yeah, he's gone.
Sure, I'll mark off 2 bullets.
Fantastic. Evens you hit. They both
I'll, like,
miss.
stand up, brushing myself off. Well, I'd say that could have went better. Wonder what was in here.
You can make a knowledge planes check if you want to know what that creature was, by the way. If not, fine with it. That was a hellcat.
Huh.
Anyway, in this room, back to the mission already in progress here. Now that kind of the heyday of combat has died down, Caerrat, as you step through here. Tommy, were you good alive?
I don't know if it was still up, but I am chaotic good.
Oh, are you, buddy? Are you chaotic good? I
Yeah,
thought you're neutral, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a spell effect here. I think you guys took a little bit of damage stepping into the room. You don't feel comfortable being in this room.
Mm-hmm.
There is a forbidden spell here. In effect, You can make Tommy make a will save and Caerrat make a will save. All of you would make a will save. You guys took a small amount of damage coming in here. You are chaotic good. Those of you that are chaotic good.
I'm true neutral.
Okay.
Do I still need to make a will save?
You're not in the room. So if you're chaotic good, when you stepped into the room, you took 39 damage or half. DC 20. So Tommy
I'll take 19.
and Caerrat take 39 or half. Buddy, you only take 23 or half, which you failed, so you take 23. It does not feel good being in here.
I accidentally closed the map, but I will walk into the room.
Sure, I mean, you can hang out from there. What's your alignment?
True neutral. So
Okay. It's just 6.
23, right?
It's just 6. Nah, so you take 15 or half. It's for you, because you coming in later. Yeah, it does not feel good being in here.
I don't like it. Let's get the stuff and go. Put everything you know about, put it in a bag. Don't read it. Put it in a bag. We leave.
I'm just going across the table, just scooping everything into my backpack.
Sure, you there's like this beautiful laid out, like the pages are sprawled, the pens are on there. This could be like an oil painting, like a Renoir hanging in someone's home. And you're just like into your shopping bag, throw it over your shoulder like the Grinch. There is a adamantine and darkwood box that I'm going to arbitrarily say is, let's say it's like a nice sea chest, like 3 feet or something by 2 feet. So you can carry that as well. Yeah. The key
Rudimentary detect magic.
The key that you found, the place has all sorts of overwhelming magic, as if there's a forbidden spell in here.
Yeah.
But yes, the key that you found on the witch that you slew will open this box. So there's that to note. I imagine you guys are going to pour over all this information, so if you want to, I can just read it to you.
Yeah.
But if for whatever reason you don't want to, you don't have to.
I believe in sticking my head in the sand.
Everyone give me a token perception check to make sure you didn't miss anything of value. Yeah, Tommy, you like scrape a bunch of like quills and stuff into a bag and you're like, let's go. And then literally everyone else in the party is like, what about the books? And you're like, okay. Yeah, I guess so.
Oh.
And there's a chest over there. Okay.
I'm not the wisest of men.
Yeah. So, you find a bunch of writing. When you have some time to look over it, you guys will put the writing in these books and on these notes to the scrolls that were written in the same handwriting that you found on the witch. And you can infer that she wrote all of these documents.
Sure.
Okay. There seem to be notes detailing various rituals. Make a knowledge planes check. Or a knowledge history check. No history? Okay. There is a name mentioned. I will type it out, but you guys don't know its significance. There seems to be a contract between the woman, whose name apparently was Tiaris, and this creature. Or person. You're unsure. Some sort of arrangement. It is written in Infernal. But you don't know. Yeah, you could read the details of the contract. It seems as if they had some sort of arrangement, spellcasting, magic word, these names are present. But you don't know the significance of that name necessarily. The box is locked very securely. Do you want to try to pick it?
We have the key, don't we?
Oh, you have the key. Fantastic. It is the DC 40 disabled device.
You didn't see, but I tried to roll for that combat, not realizing there was a combat, and I rolled a 3 again. So
Fantastic.
I would have failed.
Fantastic.
If you had
Inside,
the key, I wouldn't have let you do it.
there are four scrolls inside the box, as well as more documents. The scrolls are 2 scrolls of legend lore, a scroll of planar ally, and a scroll of stone to flesh. you find notes. It's kind of like a diary, detailing some meetings between this dead woman and Barzillai. This is all the shit that you could have found last time, but because it's going to take so long to explain it, and you guys are going to mull over it, I figured we'd start the session with it. So imagine you're a postdoctoral candidate working at some university, and you're working on your project, and you have to write down, like, Monday at 8 o'clock, I went into work, I did this, I met with this person, because you're, like, keeping track of your hours. She basically is, like, keeping track of her hours and her progress, researching various rituals and spells and historical things of significance for Barzillai. And then every week or two, she's, like, having meetings with Barzillai to tell him what she found. And she says things like, I don't know what he's after, but he keeps asking me about this thing and about this thing. So obviously he has something big in mind. The 5 things she notes as rituals that she helped him kind of put into motion, complete, or set up for the future was a ritual that they wrote in shorthand called Beckon Playmates. In this ritual, it involves communing with the various shadier elements of the first world and summoning forth a multitude of fae to belligerent and, like, kind of harass the people of Kintargo. And she's like, completed. Like, that ritual is completed. There's a ritual known as Devil Binding, where she summoned a devil and bound its essence into another creature. And it says that she has done this twice. And there are 2 names written down. One is Nox, and the other is the name Rizovar, which I'll write down for you. The third thing that she has is a incredibly complicated, like, pages and pages, reams of pages of a very complicated contract. Taking, probably the better part of an afternoon looking through it, you know that it is called the Mephisto Manifestation. And it seems to be a lengthy, complicated contract that, if brought to fruition, will allow the archdevil Mephistopheles to directly intercede on the material plane. And you know him as, like, an Archduke of Hell. He's effectively a deity level creature. He works for Asmodeus. The fourth one, and this is where she was just providing data, but nothing was done as far as she knows, was called Binding the Soul to the Stone. And it was a ritual to transform a person into an undead guardian spirit. Notes further indicate that she has performed part of this ritual on herself, but that the transformation cannot be completed until she is killed.
Sick.
The final ritual...
Didn't we just kill her?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The final ritual is simply called Heart's Harvest, a ritual that can grant immortality to Barzillai. And those are the 5 rituals that you find detailed notes on. And it probably takes you, like, the better part of an afternoon to get that level of information out of them. And it will probably take you weeks, if not months, to fully understand what all of these things do.
None of them are good.
No, probably not. But yeah, anyway, to put a pin in that, back to your districts. Got the map back open. It seems as if the Temple Hill district is where the Temple to Asmodeus is. That's still, like, the probably last place you should go, where where Barzillai himself is in all of his forces. Eublistus, the harbor, I think was the one you were considering going to next, and the castle district in Villigry are the other three. But yeah, if you still have good buffs and you're ready to go, you can head off into the harbor. I don't remember if you got the I don't think you got the hook for that district, because we ended right before we finished this district, right? So I don't think you got the hook yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I imagine you collect all this shit and you bring it back to your safe house. Yeah?
Yeah.
So it sounds wise. Mm-hmm. You dump all this stuff off. You're like level 5 NPCs. You're like, we'll start looking at this, chief. They can't physically succeed the skill checks needed to investigate it further. So they'll like have a bunch of questions for you to answer later. But while you're there, one of your Tengus will speak up in your little flock of Tengus. Sorry, I gotta figure out what his name was. What's the dude's name? We got a little Tengu buddy.
About the Fushi sisters?
Yeah.
There was Corby, Treep.
Oh, Chuko. Was Chuko one of them?
Corva and Maggie.
Trying to remember where Chuko comes from. But yeah, one of it's like the Fushi sisters will come to you and be like, oh, you've been doing good work. We found one of our cousins. This is Chuko. And you'll see kind of like a rotund bird. He'd be a walking bird. Like, he's not necessarily going to fly anytime soon. And he'll come up to you. He's got like a big barrel-chested thing going on with like beautiful, like bright plumage. You think if you were like a ladybird, this might be very attractive to you. And he'll kind of like foghorn leghorn his way up to the group. Be like, now, well, my name's Chuko, and it's nice to meet all your acquaintances. I'm not usually on this side of the river. I tend to spend more of my time up in the harbor district. But word on the street is you're looking to make things better for us little folk around here. And well, you know, it's a mite warm in here today. He'll like kind of pull on his feathers a bit. It's a mite warm in here.
I'll start rolling on my feathers.
Well, I got another cousin. His name's Razni. And he in charge of a little gang. Perhaps you heard of them. They called the River Talons. You can make a knowledge local check if you'd like.
I just can't roll today.
Sezzix, everyone knows the River Talons. They're like, they're like level 3. They're like kind of a gang, if you can call them that, but not really. They run security and other rackets down on the harbor, and most of their control is on the bridge. That's like their jam. Yeah. They control the bridge that has now been locked down by the Dotari. So it does not surprise you when Chuko continues and says, well, they used to control the bridge territory on the northern side by the harbor. And now that old Barzillai's come in with his Dotari, it's become mighty difficult for them to make an honest living. Now, they ain't necessarily the most law-abiding citizens, but they are citizens of Kintargo nonetheless. I'm sure if you went to them, and they could tell you their plight, maybe you could assist them in removing the thorn from their side that is the Dotari menace. If instead you wish to just deal with all them Dotari on your own, I don't know how many of my bird friends you'd catch in the crossfire.
Macaque, my good sir.
Yeah.
Macaque.
Yeah. Saying his piece, he'll then like sit down on a comically too small chair, pull out a feather, and begin fanning himself. Oh. Warm today.
It is a steamer.
Uh-huh.
It was warm yesterday too.
Anyway, he's sitting there. He's chilling. But yeah, that is the information you receive.
Well,
I'd like to
Where can we
control that
find them?
bridge.
The bridge is what connects the Harbor District to Red Roof. So
they just want us to kick the shit out of the Tatari on the bridge?
yeah,
Or
Kind of already need to control that bridge, so it's kind of nice.
that's basically the mission.
Easy. No traps at all.
I mean, yeah, let's go talk to these river talons, then, kick the shit out of the guys on the bridge. That seems like a good day's work.
Sure. You guys can, once again, using your contacts and other methods, make it across the river into the Harbor District, find your way navigating through the streets until you see, the bad part of town. The parts where all the buildings are covered in the unmistakable sign of bird shit everywhere. There's, matted feathers on the ground. It smells like the inside of, a chicken plucking warehouse. And there'll be, a bunch of Tengu sitting on, a fence, that's just, maybe a foot off the ground. But they'll all be sitting on a fence just watching you guys like Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds as you walk in. And there's just a bunch of Tengu all around you. And they'll have, various, street weapons. They'll have, daggers or clubs. They'll be, menacing them in their hands as you walk into their nest.
Right.
Yeah. And it's pretty obvious who you are and what you're doing here. And did you...
Chuko sent us.
Oh, Chuko sent you. Did you bring Chuko with you or no?
I will take him anywhere he would like to go.
He'll go with you if you'd like.
I would be honored.
Yeah. Yeah, he does not make the aquatic trip pleasant. He complains the entire time and he's screaming as the devil's sucking the air out of his lungs and allowing him to breathe water. He's freaking out the whole time.
I am too, I get it.
His eyes are bulging out of his head like Ren and Stimpy or whatever. Yeah. Chuko will be oh, no need for all this. We just here to see my cousin. Step aside, friends, step aside. And he'll lead you into, an old gambling hall or some riverfront business. There'll be like a crab restaurant. And you'll go in there.
I feel like while we're here, we need to visit where Yuri used to work.
Oh, yeah. You can definitely make a stop.
Stop in.
Yeah. So you'll head into this, old crab diner that, has people working in it, but there's only one customer. And it's another Tengu who looks like he's a fighting bird. He's got, some scars on him. He's got a couple of swords, on his waist, in a belt. And he'll have, a pistol, an old blunderbuss sitting next to him there as he's just eating a mountain of crab. And he's just, breaking him off and just eating it sloppily in his beak. And as you walk in, Chuko will be oh, cousin, it's such a pleasure to see you again. And he'll squawk up to him and begin trying to make introductions. And Razni will say nothing as Chuko is very boisterous and introduces you guys. And then he'll finish the bit of crab he's on and he'll turn to his cousin and be thought I told you the next time you'd come in here, you wouldn't be walking out. And he'll take his gun and he'll shoot one of his legs. Chuko will cry in pain as his kneecap is blown off and he'll drop to the ground and begin floundering around. A couple of Ravni's assistants will come and drag Chuko off to the side as he screams.
He was definitely one of my favorites we've met. That being said,
he'll be fine. Just about sending a message.
Can I go up and just take his gun and start looking at it? Where'd you get this?
Yeah, as you walk up to him or whatever, a couple of really brawny Tengu who are maybe 4'5".
I'm
will
3 feet,
tower over you as they'll interpose themselves between you. And they'll block you from walking. And he'll be no need to get in such a fuss. Everyone's running everywhere. My cousin tells me you've come here on business. I will hear out the infamous ardent crows. And he'll, like, be reloading his gun as he says this. He doesn't seem very skilled at it. Like, he's an amateur gunslinger. He'll be, like, cleaning the barrel out. Like, taking his time and loading it. More of a ritual than anything. It's like a symbol.
So now listen. I hate how difficult it is to get across town nowadays. I think you hate that as well. My thought is, we're just gonna go beat the shit out of them, right? Well, I mean, we're the crows, you know? It's kind of fun. I would like your help in securing it afterwards, you know? We need some people to stand around, you know, take care of things. I don't really mind if you're, you know, smuggling things in under Barzillai. That's pretty cool, you know? Keep it safe from his goons, you know, make your money. I don't care. Diplomacy check? I'll smile. Thumbs up.
Yeah, make a diplomacy check.
Can I assist him with his diplomacy check? Like,
Yeah, you certainly can. You look like the guy who's going to get it done. He looks like the guy who's going to say they're going to do something. You look like the guy that's going to back it up. Yeah, so a 38. I mean, you beat the DC even if you didn't bring Chuko. I just wanted to shoot him. He'll be like, so you're gonna kill all the Dotari and give me control over the district.
Yeah, I would like this to be a working relationship.
Yeah,
I think we're coming on good terms.
Load a bullet into his little flintlock thing, and he'll kind of like ready it, and he'll hand it to you, Sezzix, like with the handle, and he'll be like, make sure that bullet goes into the head of Mrs. Trex. She's in charge of the Dotari.
Kind
Bring me back
and put it in my gun.
Be like, nah, just finish her off with this.
Okay.
And then he'll say like, and bring me back my gun and her head, and we have a deal.
Good man.
I can do that.
Yeah. When you guys go to leave, he'll be like, feel free to take a bag from Miss Maybell on your way out. You'll see there's like a lady Tengu who's running the establishment. She's made up a bunch of doggy bags of crab for you guys. So you guys can take like some crab with you as you go.
Milani's blessings.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. You just leave? Fantastic. Yeah, Chuko whining in the distance with his fucking leg, and you guys just walk off.
Yep.
I can only assume he did something he shouldn't have.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Seems like a family problem to me.
Seems like a family problem. I don't want to get in the middle of family. Yeah. So, Bleakbridge is this bridge that blocks town. Since the start of the campaign, there have been these increasing decrees. It's like, it's a copper to cross, then it's a silver, then it's 5 silver, now it's 10 gold, now you can't cross. Like, it's just been kind of spiraling out of control, and it's reached a head now where the flavor of the locals on the streets is that they're pretty done with it. They've stomached it long enough, and they're more than happy for you guys to take care of the trash, as it were. As you are heading over to the bridge, this massive, several hundreds of feet long, expanse. It's super wide. You can see that there's entire buildings built into the side of it. There's like little fishing shacks. There's some vendors, things like that. There's a lot of armored people up at the crest of it, like in the center where the Dotari are, you assume. But here, like on the end, there's just a bunch of those Tengu that presumably belong to this gang. And as you are walking up to them, it seems as if one of them is conversing with a crow and kind of nods. It says stuff in bird, and then the crow flies away. And then it does this Tengu does a shrill whistle. And you see about 30 Tengu get up from wherever they were and just leave. They'll just walk past you in the street. Some of them will nod at you as you're walking onto the bridge. They just like all abandon their posts.
The blood on the cobblestone, boys. The blood on the cobblestone.
Yup.
Yeah.
I'm
I'll
getting,
cast
like,
a bunch of buff spells.
getting like gangs in
Sure.
here. Great.
Yes.
I'll like puff up my chest and stand up straight.
This
as all
is
that
the
happens.
moment I've been waiting for.
Boom.
Do both of my frontliners have a ring of protection?
I believe so.
Are you gonna heal all these wounds your friends have?
Yeah, I'll mark off. I marked off charges already.
Oh,
I
did
marked
you,
off like 40 charges.
you just didn't heal them with it? Oh, God.
Oh, it's 1 charges.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Yeah, just mark them off. Heal them up or whatever.
Why does Buddy have a handicap sign?
You don't
Oh,
know.
he has DR. Yeah, he's that status of having damage
Oh.
reduction.
Uh,
Usually the tokens aren't this big, but it's
I
okay.
changed my character art, and I decided at some point I would have paid some silver to get my cloak adorned with a
Ah.
Reaper. If you look in the Hell's Rebels channel.
Yeah, you became emo.
Fantastic. But yes. Let's go ahead and advance down the story here to Old Bleakbridge.
What is that symbol from, Cobra?
I have no idea. I found it on Google Images.
Oh, it looks familiar.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. And where was this guy at? The stables. Sounds good. Sounds good. So yes, you guys aren't on this map yet. There are a number of you guys will be approaching from the other side of it for what it's worth. So like north is to the right, because it's a north-south bridge, and you're coming down Gangs of New York style from the top. But you aren't on the map yet. You see a bunch of Dotari. If I was to represent it, visually, perhaps I would just put some troops of Dotari onto the map. That could be one way you could do that. So I'll do that. There's just enough guards that it forms a nice little clump of them. And they are, let's say you're 100 feet off the map. You seem just like any other citizen walking around on the street right now. There are some people shopping here. There's like some little curio shops. There's some people, fishing. It's just like average Joe Blow citizens walking around. What would you guys like to do?
Should we approach sneakily?
Please,
Can I get like within 40 feet of them and then wait for everyone else to get ready?
I'll Blessing of Fervor you guys, and then I'll try and enthrall the crowd and get them to leave. And, we'll hopefully get as many of them away as we can.
Sure.
I think you guys can deal with the troops.
You healed us, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'll just remove this. I don't know how much you healed me.
Yeah.
Anyone else got a better idea for a deal with
All
the
you
crowd?
guys give me perception checks as well as you're walking up here. And yeah, everyone should be topped off. Sezzix, it's pretty good. Sezzix, you notice, and only you notice, that on the southern side here, where you see that that like little wooden walkway that comes out, like right where I'm going to put Caerrat for a second. As you've been walking up the bridge, you maybe like wander to the side of it so you can look over it, and you see a barge down below that is pretty big, and it seems to have come from shore at the same time you guys were walking. And there are a half dozen Tengu on it, and one of them is like steered it into position and is like tying it off to one of the supports, and the others have like thrown grappling hooks up into this like wooden overhang and have started like scaling up it with like swords and daggers in their beaks.
We got a raiding party, boys.
It's about to begin.
Yeah. So go ahead and give me a stealth check, Sezzix, and then I think the rest of you are just going to kind of charge up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sezzix, you can definitely get a surprise round. The rest of your guys' surprise round can just be getting on the map, if you would like, taking the move speed and double moving. And then you could put yourselves, in whatever squares you'd like. And then Sezzix, you're still off the map a little bit, but you can go ahead and take a shot at that Dotari troop or whatever you'd like. There are some citizens. Pretty easy to hit. I know how much you like shooting those halflings the other game.
Those children not wearing masks made out of human skin.
The old skin saw kids.
The definitely children.
You definitely hit this Dotari troop. Boom. Blast him. All right, we're going to roll initiative. Okay.
It's go time.
Actual rounds. The troop in the back will go. They cry in alarm. Actually, their initiative is not quite as high. I gotta fix this. Hold on a second. Perfect. Something off screen happens. Dotari Troop 1. It does go before you, Sezzix. It still beats you. It does damage to these people next to it. It then looks up its stats in the back, because I don't remember. I think it has ranged attacks. I think this one has ranged attacks it can do.
Did you roll attack rolls?
They don't. There's a bunch of people, like 8 swords come at you, and they just clip you a little bit for damage.
Okay.
They're like a swarm made out of people. They just automatically do damage every round. They're just present. They just are.
They're just people swarms.
They will fire a volley of arrows. They will make 4 lines with a range of 100 feet. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Each of you make 2 reflex saves. So, the ones in the back just let loose a volley, a salvo of arrows. Tons and tons of arrows fly out. Your target number is a 17. Evasion will apply.
Fail both.
Okay. So the northern line, which is going to be Tommy and Sezzix, they fire a volley of arrows that each do 46. So the first roll the people in the top made, DC 17, 19, or half. I'll let you put it on your health. Evasion, you would take none. The second volley, 13 or half, DC 17. Evasion, you'll take none. In the bottom lines, 14 or half, DC 17, and 9 or half, DC 17. Draw a line.
Bro, the top got fucked up compared to the bottom.
Yeah. These in the back will go, and they'll kind of spread out, and they'll do the exact same thing. Ooh. I guess this troop will move south so they don't get fucking hurt. And then the one at the top will fire lines.
Oh, so I don't get hit.
Well, I think they have to shoot their friends. Because it's a line attack. It doesn't make sense, because like they could be shooting over, but I do think they have to do lines. But because it's because these are troops, they don't have to be a fucking, they can do like this action. They can make...
Yeah, they're like people, I assume the people shooting the bow would have precise shot, right?
Well, no, you see this shit? They can do this sort of stuff. So they're going to, like, encircle the people down at the bottom. And then this one's going to move up and fire lines at the people up top. Does that make sense, though? They're not, like, a 4x4 square. It's probably, like, checkered around you. There's, like, people on either side of you. And there's some starting to surround you as well. Seerett. Yada, yada, yada. I don't think they can, I think they're only going to fire 2 lines, though. I don't think they can fire all 4. Because it is unclear. I just targeted a line on each of you because they had 4. So top row, 2 reflex saves again. And then 12 or half or 14 or half. And then that is it for them. Stuff happens off screen.
Damage?
Just the top row.
Oh, okay. Fine.
Sezzix, you're up. You have like 9 arrows sticking out of you.
Yeah, I do. And each of them did 5 damage. I'm gonna attack this troop.
A wise move. I too would attack these fiends. How dare they do their job?
That's my thought.
Okay, that should be good.
ADAB, all Dotari are bastards. We'll start graffitiing instead of helping combat.
Are you shooting the
I'm shooting the
one?
close troop, yeah.
Sounds good. A 12 to touch, I think, will hit. So all of your attacks hit.
I don't think it's going to matter because one of them's a crit.
They can be crit, I think. Because they're made up of creatures that can be crit. Yeah, you just there's 5 of them lined up, and you just fire a shot, and it just goes through 5 of them, and they flop. The remaining 3 throw down their weapons and dive off into the river to avoid you.
The crit was the second shot.
The 12 will not hit Dotari Troop. True is you're outside of touch AC range.
But the 30 will, right? The 30 hits the regular AC?
Yeah, the 30 will.
Okay.
Boom. Sounds good. That was Sezzix goes. In the northern area, there are some critters. From the top of this building to the north, a couple of figures will appear with bows, and they'll begin shooting arrows down at you. You see a captain, and he begins pointing and barking orders at the troops to surround you guys and stop being cowards. Oh, it's not that bad. Take him out. He will make his attacks. Yes, he will take a -2, and he will just fire into Tommy 3 times. And then just one more on you, Tommy. Not the second one. Does a 27 hit flat-footed?
No, I have 25. Yeah, it hits.
All right, you get hit a total of 1 time. 4. Haha. Now the shoe's on the other foot, he says, as he shoots you with his bow. Lindari, eat your heart out. Whack. You're thwacked for 17. From the south, the doors to this room open, and you see another troop. And as this troop starts emerging, they're super disorganized. They seem to already be engaged in combat, and one guy will smash through the window or something, and there'll be a Tengu on his chest just stabbing him in the throat over and over again, and he'll just drop to the ground in a spray of blood, and this troop is dead, as they're just being slaughtered by these Tengu that you've aligned with, and they're just hacking them to pieces. There's men and women in the process of putting on their armor and stuff like that, as this was the barracks, and they're just crawling through the streets and throwing knives or going to their backs. It's just horrible. It's a horrible one-sided murder.
Good.
A second captain will appear from the top here, and will also fire into... Sure. We'll shoot Tommy. Why not? When in Rome. He in front. 24 will miss. And then just one of these, just the first one, will also miss. All of them go wide. Caerrat, you're up.
I will 5-foot step here.
Sure. Just note Sezzix is many, many feet behind you.
Yep. I will quick channel. Is he within 30 of me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's 25 off the map or something, I'd say.
Yeah.
Big 25 heal.
100 healing right there.
100 points of healing as a move action. I will think about my very special book, and I will dim door the team here.
Sure.
Not Sezzix.
Nice.
That's actually still below average. That is exactly average. It's 25.
You have to
They
be
say
touching.
I'm the most...
You have to be touching both of them.
Ooh.
There you go.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I mean, or if you wanted them in their squares, you'd have to be there.
No. No.
Buddy, you are up. You now have a fantastic vantage point. You can see down into that open door area, and it's just like a massacre. There was about 16 Dotari against 6 of these Tengu, and each one of the Tengu has killed like at least 3 or 4 in the surprise round. They're just going to town.
Nice.
Yeah, you see a troop on the ground down below. The ones with bows are like starting to angle them up towards you. The ones with halberds are like starting to open the front doors, and maybe they're gonna like keystone cop their way through this structure, come up to the top. But it is your turn. And there's a couple of people that just seem to be, humans with class levels and their own hopes and dreams, standing there with their bows.
5-foot step here. Can I attack both Captain 1 and Captain 2?
Yeah.
Or is there like a wall there?
No, you can. That's inside the building. On the roof, They're just on the roof.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah. And I will take using Blessing of Fervor, I'll take an extra attack, so I'll do 4 attacks.
I forgot about that.
Sure.
Make claw attacks. And this
always safe. Never punished. Pretty sure he's still dead.
Okay. So 2 claw attacks.
Heck yeah, brother. Your first attack savages him. He's like on his last legs.
Sure, I'll finish him off with a little bite.
Dead. You just like bite his face off. His body falls back into the shambling crowd of like all his troops that he was barking orders at. He's super dead.
I'll turn and face the other captain.
Sure.
Covered in blood.
Tommy.
We will full round attack my captain next to me.
All right.
Oh, Captain, my captain.
Yeah, he like takes his bow and starts trying to parry some of your attacks. You get an extra attack from your haste.
It be like that sometimes.
Sometimes they just die.
Oh, no, he's alive.
You gonna do
You
your
have a third hit.
You gonna do your third damage?
Oh! I didn't know I hit 3 times.
Blessing of Fervor.
Yup, Blessing of Fervor is pretty good. You like cut through the bowstring, it snaps. You slice off an arm and just kind of take him apart. Seems as if there's no real challenge that can stop you. Until it is, of course, the door down here opens, and you see a very cool-looking woman. She looks real cool.
She does.
She's in fact riding that horse. And that horse also looks real cool.
A horse has a sick name.
That horse's name is Thunderscar. Thunderscar.
Her armor is dope as fuck.
Thunderscar!
The bow is dope too.
Yeah. The horse will book it. It kind of wheels out of the gate. She's like, status report! The troop will be like, oh, there's like a guy over there shooting us, and there are people on the roof there. And she'll like point at the troop to go up there, and her horse will begin racing towards Sezzix.
Oh no.
As it races towards Sezzix, she will take all of her attacks with her bow. Oh no. She barks a challenge at you. How dare you come against the lawful ruler of this town? She rapidly fires a bonus attack in your direction. Pachoo, pachoo, pachoo. Only the first attack would hit.
Which is the 31.
Yep, which is the 31. Cool. That seems fun. She hits you once with her bow.
We get Dimension Doored back to the ground now.
He can only do it once per day.
Oh no! We have to walk to save Sezzix.
She hits you once with her bow. You take 24.
Oh my god.
Yikes.
You have been smited. Yeah. The Dotari troop will go. It will go upstairs and occupy all your squares. It does so. You all take an amount of damage. They will fire a couple of lines of arrows down at Sezzix. I think I can only fire one, is what we decided. Sezzix, give me a reflex save. Oh, those are the wrong dice.
Doesn't matter.
Yep, you dodge out of the way. You do like a combat roll. A bunch of arrows hit the ground behind you.
Yeah.
Sezzix, you're up.
I don't know if I should run or just try to blast her because I feel like I'm gonna die.
You get 4 attacks, right?
I get 5.
You get 5 attacks? Yeah, blast the shit out.
Let's go.
You get 1 crit.
Sezzix will yell death as a status condition and then start shooting.
Fantastic.
That is stupid.
Question is, are you shooting her or the horse?
Her.
Sick. Your first attack.
Well, that's the number that mattered.
What was your
The
first
lowest
attack?
is a 16.
Your first attack is a 36. Oh, it confirms, you say. I do think it does. I don't think she has any way to stop it. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sezzix, are you chaotic?
I'm true neutral.
Okay, sounds good.
With a line weapon, good, I assume, right?
You definitely crit her.
Oh yeah, you auto-confirm the crit against evil creatures.
Oh, that's even better. Does the 16 hit? I don't know if it'll matter.
If she's alive. She is staggered.
Exactsies.
Exactsies.
You had 99 health?
She did. Now she has 0 health.
99 health and a rat is 1.
You like shoot her in the face.
Well, like, Sezzix shoots her in the face, she drops to 0, he unloads the rest on his horse, and then he can walk up to the 0 hit point for the execution with the pistol.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the pistol.
I don't know if that was the person, was it?
Oh, is your first attack on her, or are you taking the rest on the horse? I need to know what's
did
happening.
2 on her, because didn't we decide,
Yeah, you could just kill her.
Blessing of
dead.
Fervor's the second shot, right?
It's whatever order you want it in. All attacks are iterative.
I'll just say Blessing of Fervor is the second shot, 2 shots for her, and then 2 into the horse, right?
Yeah, so you shoot her once, you shoot her a second time, she falls off the horse, you can shoot the horse 1 and then 1 more time.
Yeah.
Cool. Caerrat.
Oh, Horsey, I'm sorry. I'll channel.
Horsey's so sad. I
Just
can't
had to
believe
get
all
that
my
crit.
attacks missed on Sezzix. That's real sad.
And then Sezzix
Sezzix just said boom.
boom, headshot.
Yeah, I'll pass my turn.
Literally, yeah. Austin, I got the crit.
Buddy!
Oh, my turn, you say? I'll take 4 attacks.
So much AC, Sezzix. So much AC. Yo,
Yeah,
crit.
I gotta, like,
And make that critical hit.
Well,
I
you
got that mithril shirt a few sessions ago, which
Oh, yeah.
upped it a lot.
It looks like I hit
One hell
every.
of a drag.
I
Yeah, it
think
looks
so.
like 4 hits, one of them's a crit.
Yep. Your first attack kills them.
Cool. I guess my other attacks will do nothing.
You can move. Do you want to?
Yeah, sure.
Just run and jump off the building.
Jumping off. How many feet is that?
It's a heroic amount of feet. You can just jump off and run towards the horse if you want to. You're level 11. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Tommy, it seems as if the day has been won. Anything you
One
want to
horse
do?
remains.
Anything horseworthy you want to do?
I'm gonna use movement speed and I'm gonna attack this horse.
Sure. You definitely strike the horse.
As a free action, I get to trip it.
Good luck. So successful. You run up and just kind of like body into the back of this horse and it falls and you slice into it. It's tripped. Why do you get a free trip? Because of your...
Furious. Oh no, I think it's my two-handed fighter. Pile driver, as a standard action fighter, can make a single attack with a two-handed weapon. If the attack hits, he may make a bull rush or trip combat maneuver as a free action. So when I make a single attack.
Nice.
So I can also bull rush like all the way down the fucking map if I need to.
All right, it has been knocked over. Anything else?
No, I think that's
Or
fine.
the horse will attempt to stand up.
These guys are beating a dead horse. No.
It's in fact exactly what's happening.
I mean, it's
just
trip.
vomit.
We can subdue it now.
Standing up provokes an attack of opportunity.
Well,
mean,
If it's
you
crit,
are
I'm
in
gonna be
control
so
of your
sad for the
character's
horse.
actions.
So I'm making another single attack.
It's not a standard action though, so you can't
Oh.
flip it.
Oh,
You can just hit it, like the
I
old-fashioned way.
I could just
Yeah,
overhand
you kill
chop
it.
it to this.
You kill it. In another timeline, the horse just left. But in this one, you've killed it.
Brother,
Horse
Yeah,
is evil.
the Tengu will come out. They're like drenched in blood. Some of them like taking trophies, like hands and stuff, and they see you just like chopping the horse apart, and they'll be like, "Yeah!" They like give you
I'll
a
walk up
thumbs
to
up.
the-
One of them's like collecting eyeballs and like stuffing them into a sack.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Oh, gee.
Good job. Yeah, like the smallest one will come up to you and be like, "Hey man, you gonna take that horse intestine, or is that up for grabs too?"
Tommy, that's for you.
That is for you.
oh, you can have. I don't. Yeah. And I'll like be wiping off my blood of the scythe on its body. I'll be like, yeah, you can go ahead and have this.
Yeah, they have a field day. Yeah.
Yeah, we get
Not all
looting.
of your allies are good aligned.
Yeah.
Once combat is over, I'll walk over to the main lady and just like pull the trigger for the pistol right into her forehead.
Yeah,
So
there's like a
looks that's what
second
killed
hole.
her.
There's like
Yeah.
a second smaller hole in her head.
You
Yeah.
got one for each eye.
Yeah.
But well,
Yeah.
now I know why I put all those feats into tripping people. It's because it's a free action now.
Heck yeah, dude.
So useful when everything can fly later.
She does not have any special arrows left. She fired all of them into the person who is not chaotic.
Yeah.
Did it add that chain shirt or no? 1+1 chainmail? I don't think it did. There you go.
Man.
She had a lance as well. She had a bow as well. Pretty serious combatant here.
All it takes is one crit from me or Tommy.
I mean, she was just a level 10 character, so I'm not surprised 4 level 11 characters killed her. Yeah. With that, news of your victory spreads far and wide. Though not necessarily like in the same context that you might have wished it had, as they're like, oh yeah, they butchered him, and then like the Tengu strung up the bodies and threw them over the bridge for like all of Kintargo to see that it's like their territory because you told them that they get to control it now. And like the citizens, some might wonder if they just traded one tyrannical leader for another. But yeah,
If we could just spend another day literally just beating the shit out of the Tengu, repeating the same combat, I'm okay with it.
no, the day is won. No, they're on your side. They're your agents. They work for you. They
You
did that
guys
because
work
you
out.
told them to. That's what you wanted, right? Is they're like slitting the throat of someone who's trying to surrender. You wanted this.
Oh.
We now control the bridge. We control the Tengu. We control the bridge.
Yeah, you also control
Who
the
controls the bridge, controls the Tengu.
save the cheerleaders, save the world. You guys can certainly sorry, you can go back to check out the old bar if you want to. I know that was something you were interested in.
Pour one out for the homie.
Pour one
Yeah, we
out
gotta
for the
pull one on the
homie.
ground.
The boy you remember.
We're gonna make a
Wasn't it
statue
like
of
a
Yuri.
fucking crocodile that killed him too?
No.
Yeah,
I saved him. I saved him from the crocodile.
Oh, I thought it
You
was.
got
No.
Nox.
Nox killed him.
Whoa.
Just crit him in the first round. Just obliterated him. And then I
Maybe it
crit
was,
her
like
back.
already low or something.
Yeah, and then I crit her back, and she ran away
Yeah.
like a bitch.
I was like half
Whoa,
health. I got a
whoa,
crit.
Whoa, come on now. Come on now. There's no need for such things.
Yeah, I think Buddy beat the shit out of you, Yuri, before the combat.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. So yeah, you guys can definitely head back to... that's why it wasn't working. Haha, I'm fixing problems. I'm fixing problems while I GM. Wow. Wow, neat. Wow. So, you guys can head back to the bar. It was destroyed probably in the various looting, or, as one of the places that a former Ardent Crow is known to have associated with has been long since ransacked. But you can find Clenchjaw, the old owner. He's like across the street. He'll have been drinking himself, into a stupor. You can just like find him kind of like homeless, there underneath some awning, with some empty jugs of ale. He'll be there like nursing a cask. And as you guys wander by, he'll spit at your feet. Be like, "Heroes, I'm ruined because of you. You took my best employee and got him killed. And then look what they did to my place. Never came back. Never chipped in. Heroes." It'll spit again. "And spit on your name."
That's fair. We spent a lot of time working on making a kick-ass hideout when we had the true home all along, and that was, we made great allies in that bar. We met Vindelfect there. He was awesome. Yuri was one of the best we ever had. And even you, Clenchjaw.
"Oh, Yuri."
Sorry.
He'll be like holding his little pony keg and sobbing. "Oh, Yuri. He was like a son to me."
I love the boy. He was my own.
Oh, he'll just begin crying.
I'll also begin crying.
I know we can never.
If you can't win the mechanical combats, you got to win the emotional combats.
I know we can never undo the damage we have done, but will 100 gold pieces help?
It'll keep me drunk through the summer. Oh, he'll take it from me.
Okay.
Yeah, fantastic.
Anything
It seems like he's doing well.
All right, does it work now?
It says loading.
It says loading.
Hey!
Hey!
With control of the harbor well intact, there are only 3 districts remaining.
Sweet, yeah, we go fuck up Villigry. What's up here?
Well,
Yeah, we should
We're
save
in the
our-
harbor, yeah.
funny
Coffee
you should say that. Funny you should say that. Funny indeed.
Doing the castle district might be a little presumptuous afterwards. I'm probably out of buff spells after this fight.
So you guys, you guys have been heading, like you're heading up to Villigry to kind of see what's happening there. You'll be walking on one of these docks. You've just left. Maybe he's like 30 feet behind you or whatever. Will be Clenchjaw. And he'll be there drunk, in a stupor. Let's go ahead and get a tavern map here. Let's waterfront tavern. Oh, that would be so great. Let's go ahead and share that. Let's go ahead and share that.
This is a big ass picture.
Map is
That was
massive.
big.
Sorry, I don't want this. I want to exit mask mode. No, I don't. Sorry, it's taking a second. I gotta get rid of this mask. Layers. Delete mask. I just wanted to add a grid. Setting a grid. Boom. Boom. All right. Now let's zoom it on out. Yes, this is the ruins of the tavern. And this area on the inside is just like, the ceiling's collapsed. There's burned wreckage. It'll just be a solid floor. That area that's a 15 by 15 square of water, that's like where it's open down to the ground. We'll go ahead and put you guys on this map, probably. I imagine you've healed Sezzix at some point.
Yeah, I marked off charges.
Yeah, it's been
everyone.
probably like half an hour. So you can still have, 10-minute per level buffs if you want.
Not really what I do here.
Okay. Y'all can make a perception check. Cool. Sezzix. Hell yeah. Sezzix, you see, all of you are kind of, emotionally distraught from the interaction with Clenchjaw. Buddy, you just feel like you see everyone else as kind of being sad and somber, so you're like, I better be sad and somber too. Sezzix, you never really liked anyone to begin with, so you're keeping your eyes out for danger. And as you look up towards the sky, the sun, the afternoon sun is momentarily blotted of light as, maybe a dove peacefully passed by it. But that's no moon. It's getting bigger, and it's getting closer. And is that a fucking dragon? We can roll initiative, and you can act in the surprise round with me, because it is in fact a fucking dragon.
Fight the dragon.
Does he have a Lucian Thrune riding his fucking back?
He's might even get Randy's back. I don't know if he's gonna get Randy's back or not. He might even get Randy's back. Ew.
Fuck, is it the guy from the keep?
It might be the guy from the keep.
God damn it.
Might be the guy from the keep. But don't worry, guys. He has leveled up.
Oh, there's another fucking cavalier.
God damn it.
But he ain't riding a wyvern. He riding something else.
The blue dragon, I bet.
He seems
The
to be
blue
riding
dragon.
a blue dragon.
Oh.
The groans! Oh, I live for the groans. Let me sup of your tears. Tastes so good.
He's just gonna ride by attack us.
He's just gonna ride
It's gonna be so annoying.
Sorry, I'm having too much fun with this.
So you know what Walt told me? We were going to have 2 combats and then we were going to hate ourselves. And he was right. We had that stupid cat, then the bridge, and now I hate everything.
I don't have a communal airwalk right now.
Shh.
You got a wand to fly.
Patience, my pretty. Patience.
I have a +8.
What's the DC? 17?
20.
Oh.
That's rough. We probably should have gone to bed and then gone to Villigry.
I think we need to go to bed, then do the other 2 zones.
You see a guy. I just put him on the map here so you can remember what he looked like. This guy looks dope. He's mostly here for flavor. He is got his flaming greatsword. He's riding on the back of this thing, and it is a sweet looking dragon. Put it there. Oh, we can probably check it out. Oh, here's a sweet looking dragon. You notice that it has like a super normal pentagram of blood etched into its chest, as all dragons do.
Yeah.
It has an extra set of horns that are very devilish in nature, as this is like standard dragon behavior. Yeah, Sezzix. I'll go and roll some initiative here. Surprise round. You go first. This thing will be. What's this move speed? Boop-a-doop-a-doop. This thing will be 150 feet away.
Can I just wait to shoot it until it's closer?
Sure, you can ready an action.
Yeah.
Sure. In the surprise round, it will fly like 100. Ooh, how far do I want to be? It's going to fly over this building. This dude's on its back. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Checking my things out here. Oh, it doesn't tell me how much it is. Blue dragon. Gotta look that up. Give me a second, friend. One momento. Uno momento, por favore. You see this dragon. It's real scary. Go ahead and give me a will save as you see it.
Oh boy.
Ooh, thank God.
Is remove fear still active?
No.
That one is. Oh, it's only 10 minutes. No, it's not.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
it was 10 minutes per level.
How many hit dice do you have? You're shaken.
11.
Yeah, it's just Sezzix right now, because the rest you haven't acted yet. Sezzix, you're shaken as you see this thing. You like start quivering a little bit. You're like, oh god, I think it is just shaken. Frightful present. Oh, so many rules, so many rules. The creature itself is very frightening. Yeah. On a failed save, the opponent is shaken or panicked. It is just shaken. It's just a little scary.
What is that? -2 to d20s?
If it has 4 hit dice or fewer. Yeah. -2 to all d20 rolls. Correct. 100-foot line. It will be wheeling over to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just gonna... Is there a way to make this thing count? Oh, perfect. It stops flying about here. The dude's on its back. That was its surprise round. You could trigger your ready to action if you want to.
Yeah, might as well.
Sure. You'll be shooting against its regular AC. You'll miss.
Yep.
It is your turn. It's like 30 feet over the ground. Yeah, your regular old-fashioned American turn. Do you want me to put that Clenchjaw on the map so he can die too? Or do you guys want to say he runs into a corner and survives?
He jumps into the river.
He jumps into... He just like rolls off the side. Nope. Not on the map, can't die.
Not on the map, can't die.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and level this guy up. But yeah, what do you want to do, Sezzix?
I was just figuring that out. Because it's 100 feet away, don't I also have, like, lowered hit chance because it's out of my first attack range?
You have -2 for every increment beyond. So it's 100, so if your range increment's 40, it would be -4, right? Because you'd be hitting the 80 to 120 range.
Correct.
So I'm fishing for nat 20s anyway. Might as well rapid shot.
Sick.
I had a 20.
Yep, the nat 20 hits. The rest will miss.
Am I shooting the dragon or the guy?
Shooting the dragon might be
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you... is your weapon good aligned?
That is up to Garm.
I mean, how long does the blessed weapon thing last?
Minute per level.
Okay, so no. Cool. Anything else, my guy?
I have no buffs running.
I will use Bleeding Wound to add dex to deal bleed damage equal to my dex mod, so I deal another 5 damage in bleed.
Sure. Anything else?
That will be it for me.
Well, at the start of its turn, its wounds begin to close. It takes no bleed damage.
Of course.
It'll fire a lightning bolt. And by fire lightning bolt, I mean it will breathe a line of lightning. How come it doesn't count when I do it this way? Oh, it's counting it underneath the dragon. We're gonna do like blarp. We're gonna get those 3 people. Bzrap! I need trace reflex saves.
Electricity resistance 5.
It sure is.
Net 20.
Take half, baby. You're not even gonna be hurt by this. Doesn't even tell me how much damage its breath weapon does. Which is super weird. I really feel like it should tell me how much it does. But it also doesn't have its... It just tells me it has a special ability. But it doesn't...
Is it just an adult blue dragon?
Yeah, but it has a template on it. So they've written out its languages and its skills, but they don't have,
but
not the damage that its thing. Yeah, I have to look it up. It's fine. It's fine.
Not the dragon part of being a dragon.
Yeah, I think it's this. I think it is this thing here. The DC is 23. Cool. Caerrat, you will take half of 56. Half of this is hellfire damage and not subject to damage reduction. Or not subject to electricity resistance.
My God.
So 28. So you
I'll take
take
23.
yeah.
What's the DC to pass?
Both you fail. There is an explosive line of lightning that incinerates and chars the ruins of this bar. Like, maybe there was one sign still hanging that said Clenchjaws on it, and there was, like, you could remember Yuri standing there, like, carting college kids as they came in, and, like, that pylon or whatever will just explode in a shower of splinters as this lightning will trace along the ground and erupt through you. It will then fly 100 feet off the map past you guys in this direction. As it does, it will swing down low, and Lucian will take his sword, and he will attempt to drive it into Caerrat. I have not yet leveled Lucian up yet, because I forgot to do that.
Flat-footed 16. Yeah, have fun, buddy.
Yarp. Just the first attack. Whichever one the first one was.
First one wasn't a crit.
Wasn't a crit. He does cry out your name, though, in traditional fashion. He'll level up after this combat if he's still alive. So he only makes one attack.
What's he gonna get after this blue dragon?
A second cooler blue dragon.
Do you have any fire resistance, my guy?
5.
1 point of fire damage.
Oh, God damn it.
So 16 base. He is BAB 9. I'm just going to write this all down, and then I have to do it again. Sorry, boys. 9. 7. 16. 21. Okay. So you take 16 plus 21. You take 37 in that hit. Domed. Yeah. They'll be 100 feet off the map in the other direction. Tommy. They're up in the air some amount.
I'll drink a potion of cure moderate wounds. What is that? 1d8, 2d8?
Oh, you don't have like a fly?
I have no way to fly.
This is the easier way of doing this. It's 100 feet over here. I just flipped all you.
Sounds good.
What is moderate wounds? It's 2d8, right?
2d8 plus 3.
2d8 plus 3. Yes, flying would be good. Using your book of teleport to run away would be good. There's many options here. Oh, yeah. The dragon will also roar at you as it flies by, sir, and it'll say, "Give me my book back." Let's hear it.
Aw, it's yours.
It was. Now it's yours.
Yeah, it's kind of
I can no longer cast Dimension Door, you son of a bitch. But if I kill you and get it back, I can.
So team, I think we're woefully unprepared for this fight.
Yeah. I won't be able to do anything in this combat.
I can burn the Scroll of Word of Recall, and we can probably not burn a Scroll of Raised Dead.
Sounds cheaper. Assuming that only one of us dies, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go for it. I can't do anything.
Yeah.
No!
And they're
Boo! Boo!
You did the serious
Apparently-
thing out there. You did the
That's
serious
fine.
thing.
That's fine.
Salvable bullets.
That's fine.
Like, Sezzix can't do anything either because he's out of his touch AC range. Like, we are so not ready for this.
No one to hold them, no wind to fold them. I'll be memorizing 2 communal air moths from now on.
Are you going to wait for Sezzix to get in range, or are you going to abandon him?
I think I move here, ready a standard action to cast Word of Recall. Buddy on his turn comes and stands here, gives me a hug.
I just saw Buddy's name.
Yep.
Kill Lucian. Just all your rounds into Lucian.
Yeah.
Sure.
Prove a fight to that guy.
Go for it. His numbers will be higher. I'll say that those all probably miss.
Probably.
He'll make some
That's
ride
fair.
check. He crushes it. You can hit him once for flavor. You can give him a scar across his cheek. Sick. Yeah.
Oh.
Sezzix, you take a 5-foot step.
Yeah, I do whatever I need to do.
Yeah, you cast Word of Recall. As you do, you see it's charging up its breath weapon again, and you disappear. And as you're about to teleport away, like the piece of cardboard off to the side will move, and like Clenchjaws will be like, "Heroes, where are you going?" And then he'll just be disintegrated. It's like, as the lightning bolt will rip through right where you were all clumped up, and just like obliterate Clenchjaw in the background.
Oh no.
I'll go and reduce your population by 1.
Off the map!
Poor Clenchjaw.
He came back onto the map, Garm. You're never safe. You're never safe, you son of a bitch.
My 100 gold pieces, no.
Wow, that's all you care about is the 100 gold pieces, not that dude that was just slain.
Oh my gosh.
Holy crow. What a savage day. What a savage day. Yeah, you know, the heroes return home. Good job. Good job, everybody. Good job. Yeah, word quickly spreads that it seems as if that northern district, Villigry, belongs to that dragon. That's his turf. What would you guys like to do?
I'd like to go home and take a long nap.
Yeah, I can rest you guys. That seems fine.
I'm change the spells.
Sure. You tell me when to rest you. We will go ahead and roll some encounters. Barzillai will regain a little bit of control here. Another day has come and gone. As you are there, this will be the night that you guys, spend some time reading over these books. The thing, it's all troubling. All those rituals are very troubling. The Mephisto's manifesto or whatever, that manifestation one, is the most troubling to Rexus. As he's like, no, this is so sinister. And he will begin trying to decipher what's going on there. And he'll be like, I don't know, but it seems to have, it has some sort of, it's almost like it's counting down.
To when?
He will say, I don't know, I can't find a date, but it seems as if there are various things that have been set in place. Various entities that have been paid off, debts that have been called in, blood that has been spilled, sacrifices that have been made, promises that will be kept by those from the other world, those from hell itself. I don't know, but whatever heroics you're doing, I'd say you shouldn't dally. Would you like to spend one of your teams to make a secrecy check to attempt to go in and disrupt within Temple Hill whatever sinister ritual seems to be underway there?
That seems reasonable.
Sure.
Should.
Sure.
Seems good.
Go ahead and give me that secrecy check. We're also going to need a D6, I think, for them sick gains. Is he's going to gain some of his territory back? Cobra, why don't you roll me a D6?
Sure thing, boss.
Yo, roll me dose of them D6s. Roll high. Sick, 5 more authority. That's what I needed. Let's go.
Oh, 19. Can I juice a 1 out of that?
Is that your secrecy check?
I think so.
Okay, I'll figure out, I'll tell you when it's appropriate. If it mattered. And I'll tell you at that time if it was a 19 or a 20. And if that would even matter. Authority 35. Population down to a balmy 11,651. It was 52, but someone just got killed. Yikes.
Hmm.
Buddy, why don't you go ahead and give me 2 percentile rolls? And we will see what happens. Oh, a 13. There's some good old-fashioned arson.
That's what I came back to. Some good old-fashioned arson.
Make a security check. Yes, there is some good old-fashioned arson as you guys begin day 3 of trying to reclaim this place from the fiendish grasps of Barzillai.
It should be a 20 roll.
A 20? Okay, and then give me another secrecy check, but this time for the arson. As Barzillai starts some fires. Crushing it.
Crush it.
You guys will only lose half this amount of people. Ooh, half of 14. 7 people die in that fire. Very tragic. Does not look good for your image.
To improve our image, can I spend 50 gold and have a wake for them?
Yeah, I mean, they're still dead, but you can send thoughts and prayers.
I'll mark off 50 gold for thoughts and prayers.
Sure.
Helpful.
The other one was an 84. Yes, I can rest you.
Thank you, Paul.
But of course, friend. Anything I can do to help.
Man, today's been an expensive day.
Yeah, nothing else happens. Well, it is the 3rd day. Pull up that map for you guys again. I've got a new one brewing. Let's go ahead and grab it here. D6. Aha. Perfect. 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 Can you see that?
Loading.
Yep.
Could you rest me as well, Walt?
Oh, did I not?
You're just rested, buddy.
I can kick you.
Nice.
Yes, it seems as if you have those 3 points of interest left to control. To the north, you know there's a dragon that seems to be controlling that territory. And to the west, there is the castle district.
I don't really know much about the castle district. Aside from that castle's there.
Aside from there's a castle.
Isn't that where we willingly walked into a trap?
The castle district you have yet to explore. However, if I was going to be more honest, the Villigry district would also be orange difficulty. They're like about the same. You just didn't know there was a dragon there, so it was masquerading as a yellow district because it was going to ambush you. Yeah, so within the keep, the reason that might be of interest to you is Julia Benalis, the mayor of Kintargo that you guys restored to life. You know, she was a vampire. You marked off some resources. She became a human again. She got her little fancy hat back and her sword, and then she gave the hat to one of you because now you have the fancy hat.
The hat of disguise? Or
no, it was like a buffering cap, I think, or...
I think I have it.
Yeah, it's some like
Freethinker.
It is a freethinker cap,
Yeah, I'm wearing it.
So she and Senshin have gotten to chatting over the past few days, and Senshin tells her of like the various, you know, heroes of the Silver Ravens back in the day and all the stories she's heard being a bard. And Julia's like, oh, Jackdaw, one of the members of the original Silver Ravens, is still alive. She's being kept imprisoned within Kintargo Keep. She's a secret prisoner deep below Kintargo, ever since House Thrune seized control from Sheliax decades ago. Barzillai learned this before she's like, this was the secret that I learned that caused me to be killed and brought back as a vampire. Like, I wasn't going to keep this information secret. But like in my fugue state coming out of being a vampire, I didn't remember until you guys were appropriately leveled enough to find the challenges within the castle district. That's what I was saying at the start of when we started this book. I was like, there's 7 quests you can do in any order, but this is the way that's like the correct
This
level.
makes sense.
This is like, you know, difficulty curve matches up. So like you could have gone here first if you wanted to, But the adventure strongly recommends against it. But I think if I told you that at the start, you would have just...
We would have immediately gone.
This is like the place you would go, so...
No shot, I would have gone there immediately. I would have teleported in there, no hesitation.
You do have Dimension Door, so... But yeah, if you guys would like to head over there, you know... She's been in prison for like 100 years, like what's another day, really?
I mean, yeah, maybe we spend the weekend thinking about it.
Hey, he could get his authority back up to 100. You keep waiting. they get closer to completing that super evil ritual that probably has no ramifications on the game whatsoever. There's definitely not a sidebar I've been reading this whole time. But yeah.
Not thinking we get more rest, team.
Your allies can inform you that, like, normally to conduct a raid on Kintargo Keep would be suicide. It would be madness. But because Barzillai's been losing forces left and right due to your efforts and people revolting and your allies and things like that, he's spread very thin, and he also seems to be pulling all of his reserves to the cathedral in the center of town. Like, it seems like he's moved all of his pieces on the chessboard around himself, and he's going to let you take, like, the rook and the bishop or whatever. He doesn't care about those. He's got something going on here.
He's summoning the Archdevil.
He's just working here. He's just an honest, hardworking citizen performing his legal duties within the confines of his town. And I mean, if in the upcoming election in 5 years you guys want to vote him out of office, that would be fine. We can end the campaign now. But no, you've taken to the streets, demanding change.
We're kind of the bad guys.
I mean, that is what the propaganda machine was saying. You're still, like, there's someone in the back reading the pamphlet, like, Blowsredet's reading this about how you're all evil, and then, like, someone will, like, shut her up.
Garm, just remember, one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter.
You know?
It's all perspective.
Yeah, except they're literal devils in this case.
But they might have good points.
And you're not.
One man's terrorist and another man's freedom fighter. It's just...
So, again, Kintargo Keep would normally be like a ridiculous thing to go and attack. But, given this particular instance, you think maybe you have a shot. You know, maybe you have a chance of making it in there. It's a real big place. Yeah, what do you guys want to do? Do you have any teams left on reserve, or have you already deployed them to those various things throughout this week?
Oh, I have a lot of teams.
I remember you kept like 2 or 3 on reserve, and you just used one to do that secrecy check.
So is it I can send a team out to do each, or a weekly action for each?
It's taking one of your weekly actions.
Okay, I have 1 weekly action remaining.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, so like...
Yeah, because I have like 15 teams.
No.
I have 7, 8.
No, it's called a sabotage action is what they're calling it in this part of the game.
Okay.
Basically, you can like choose as you're planning out on your big leaderboard to be like, okay, with this team of whoever, go perform this sabotage action that counts as one of your weekly things that you're doing instead of recruiting, yada yada yada.
I also get +7 to that, so it should be a 27 for a sabotage action.
Sure. Still not a 30, but it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we can try hard. So what I'm asking you is, would you like to use your last one of those things on this location, or do you guys just want me to put the map up and you cast buff spells and you saunter up into it? I lean towards using the last one on Temple Hill.
Sounds good. You, for what it's worth, you've already done that.
Oh.
You remember they were doing that ritual at Temple Hill and you sent those people in?
Okay, then I guess this is the next best. If like
it's this or the dragon.
Probably this then.
Sure.
Because we already know about the dragon.
Give me a secrecy check. Do you know about the... Perfect. Give me time to stat up the Cavalier now. He was still level 7. When Sezzix shot him, I was like, you just fucking die. 27.
I mean, come on.
You rush it, presumably.
Hey, hopefully.
Your saboteurs return. Who did you send? What team did you send? For flavor purposes.
We'll send in
a Tengu roll right now.
Tengu have been doing a good job for us.
Yeah.
We'll send in the Fushi sisters.
Yeah, the Fushi sisters will return. It'll be morning. You know, the suns come in. You sent them off a couple of days ago. The suns come in. You're like preparing your spells. You look out the window, it's like a beautiful day. You like close your eyes and take a big deep breath of like air to like center yourself and bring yourself in tune with Milani and her edicts, and you let it out and you open your eyes, and the Fushi sisters will be in the room with you. That's how stealthy they are. And one of them will step forward and be like, "For you, I think you'll find this most useful." And she'll hand you a piece of yarn. It's like a bright red.
String.
And she's just like making eye contact with you as she hands it to you. And he's like, "Ooh, string." She's like, "Oh no, that's for me. It's shiny." She'll put it back in her pocket. "But I do have this."
Aww.
She'll hand you a skeleton key.
Oh.
Yeah. The other Fushi sisters will begin playing with like bits of yarn and silver coins in the back that they're very interested in. Because they're now crow people, I've decided.
All fucking Guido crow people.
No, these are like the super stealthy
Super crows.
Super
hyper intelligent crows.
These are the super hyper intelligent crows.
All playing with Rubik's cubes, but they're just rocks.
Yeah. Have you seen that picture? Have you seen that picture of like one of the giant stones that they use to stop erosion on coasts that someone has painted like a Rubik's cube? So it just looks like a giant Rubik's cube. It's like a 5-foot concrete block or something, but it's painted like a Rubik's cube. Anyway, she tells you that this skeleton key, it should provide you access to any door within the entrance level of the keep.
Oh, that's incredible.
Furthermore, if you don't think you can make it, if you don't want to expend any resources to get over like the wall, so if you're on the map of the districts and you zoom on in, we can see that looks like a Flygon Pokemon, right? We all know that's a Flygon.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like its little head and then its little square wings.
Yeah.
So they say like the square butterfly wings and all that jazz. That's not where your prisoner is. Your prisoner is in the top little star knife shaped area. They can get you to that point.
Okay,
The
so you
sisters,
can jump on the map.
they're like the sisters have mapped out a route. You know, they can take you, you know, probably cover of darkness sort of thing, and you can go in under the radar. They'll like take out a couple of sentries, slip you in over the wall. One of them will run you down the route through the sentry lights, past like the magical sensors that they found, right to the base of the important part of the keep. And you guys can be put on that map rather than the larger, more complicated map if you would like.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Nice.
I also agree with that because they didn't give me the larger, more complicated map. They only gave me the small, important one. It is a tower, according to Ryan from chat, and I agree. It looks just like a tower to me, or the head of a Flygon Pokemon. I don't know. What do you guys think? It looks kind of like a Flygon. Anyway, so yeah, you guys have like an afternoon to kill, as I imagine you don't want to do this in broad daylight, but maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe that's just how you're rolling these days. You know, who's to judge?
They would never expect it when they're in the prime of their shift, you know?
They'd never expect it.
When they're fresh with their pot of coffee in hand, that's when we catch them slipping.
Yeah, it's like when I worked as a cashier. During the day, you have nothing to worry about. It's late at night when the meth heads are out, you're on high alert for stealing. So, like, you know, during the day, you're just kind of like drinking coffee, sitting behind the cash register, not giving a care.
Yeah. What
Way
time
easier to steal
time of day would you guys like to come and
Noon.
harass these? Noon. Okay, the witching hour.
High noon.
High noon.
High noon. There are no shadows here. Yeah. So you guys can slip over the wall. You can put yourselves, you know, in some sort of not on top of each other formation if you'd like on the map. You guys slip over the walls. There'll be 3 Fushi sisters, right? The first one is like the one who doesn't talk. So she just makes eye contact with you and does like a bunch of hand signals and, you know, does like a little whistle noise. And then a ladder will descend from out of nowhere made of rope. And she'll like gesture for you to go up it. And you guys will scramble up this ladder and get to the top of this outlying fortifying wall. And once you're there, she'll throw a smoke bomb and disappear. And you'll see a second Fushi sister, like 200 feet away in the middle of the courtyard. And there's like a guard who's pulling up his big Skyrim horn, and he's gonna like alert everyone else. And then like a Wakizashi comes through his chest cavity, turns sideways, and he slumps to the ground. And she like cradles his body and like motions for you to come. And you guys race over to her, and then she like passes you off to the third sister, who will lead you through a bunch of hedgerows, and, you know, maybe Buddy, because it's always fucking Buddy, will, you guys are like Solid Snake hiding behind these structures, and Buddy's like, I don't know, 19 feet tall or something. He's like some giant half Ogrekin monster. He's like hiding behind like a single dandelion, and there'll be this like troop of Hell Knights coming by, and she'll like throw a rock like it's Assassin's Creed, and they'll stop and look at it, and then she'll usher you guys past them around another corner to where you can get onto this map, which seems to be just out of sight of all of those other encounters. So you should be good no matter how much noise you make in this map to not alert all those things.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Fire away, Sezzix.
Wait,
If he didn't
the
say
Hell
that, I
Knights
was
are
just
on our
gonna
side.
find Oil of Silence.
So, Hell Knights are just like a job title. There are these different orders. They're all exclusive to this region of the world, Cheliax, which is riddled with all sorts of devils. Devils are like, some consider them super evil, like you guys do, which they are. Others consider them useful tools, like, you know, yeah, you could use a bullet to kill someone, or you could use a bullet to like kill an animal and provide food for your family. A devil is just a more complicated bullet. If we use them correctly, then we're using them for good reasons. So Hell Knights exist to like keep devils in check when they're on this plane. Some orders specialize in different things, but they all have some acceptance that we're using these extraplanar creatures for a positive reason, whether that's like, you know, helping my king take over and he's super evil. That could still be a positive thing for that person, but it's not necessarily a good thing. So like the Hell Knights that aligned with you, they're about saving people that drown in the ocean. That's just like an emphatically good thing, right? Mm-hmm. These are Hell Knights of the Rack. And they are kind of notoriously in the pocket of the Thrunes. These are like the bad Hell Knights. The ones you don't like. If that makes sense.
So like the Hell Knights in the game would be another faction of Hell Knights? Like they're all different?
Yeah. I think those are the Hell Knights of the Pike or something. In the Wrath of the Righteous game, there's some, the God Claw. So they're all about fighting against demons. They think demons are the greatest threat, and the best thing to use against the greatest threat is another powerful force, which would be devils.
Okay.
So that's what the Hell Knights of the God Claw are. If you look them up on like Pathfinder Wiki or whatever, there's like 13 orders, and they're all, some are real specific. Like the Order of the Pyre is about like destroying documents. Like they're real nitpicky. Like you can be like the Order of Vacuuming Circular Rooms. Like they get very specific.
The God of the Door.
The Order of the Scourge.
Yeah, like Alceta or whatever, the goddess of opening doors. Yeah.
It's not a bad goddess.
It is. It is. That's a terrible... What?
I'd worship that god. What's the Ovidia? It's just open a door 50 times?
It's something having to do with doors, but I was reading the special... We're super sidetracked. The special abilities for that god in the Obedience, when you get the Prestige class or whatever, one is like, you forbid creatures from passing through a single doorway. Like, that's your capstone. You're like, you can't go through that door. But like, you go through the window, or you can teleport in. You can't go through that door.
You can't go through that goddamn door.
You can't go through that goddamn door. Yeah. This is a, imposing looking Machiavellian tower. It looks like it's something pulled out of the third Lord of the Rings movie. It's all Mordor themed. It's got big iron spikes coming out of it. It's all angular and jagged. There's a pair of closed doors up ahead. I revealed the prongs. They're not revealed. That's inside. I just didn't want to finagle it.
We learned about shift.
Yeah, I mean, sure, Garm.
Oh, no, I mean just for the future.
going
Just
in
for
this
the
door here?
future. Yeah, that door is locked. This is a secured structure.
We
You
have
got
a
a key, right?
Oh, you have a key. Sure.
I will tap both of my frontliners with a wand of fly. I'll cast Blessings of Fervor.
Yes, now would be the time that you cast all them spells that you may wish to cast.
We're flying.
The team has the normal buff spells. Go with God. We'll do Resist Energy Fire Communal as well.
Sure.
What does Wand of Fly do? Just give me like a move.
5 minutes of fly.
Is it just the same as my move speed?
60.
It's 60. And I think your fast movement affects that. Because it's an additional... I don't know. Maybe it does. If there's ever a thing where 60 or 70 is going to make or break it, we'll figure it out then. You move real fast. You open these doors. It seems as if this foyer, which normally would have, some tables and chairs that people could sit in and relax. Maybe there's like a check-in station if you're coming to look at prisoners or whatever you would do in this building, whatever purpose it had under a previous administration. They're like on lockdown, as maybe some unlawful citizens have been murdering guards across town. And they've taken a bunch of tables and they've like nailed them together into a horseshoe and they've made a little blockade on the inside. But there is no one else inside this room. Oh, I'm so sorry. There are 4 Hell Knights inside this room. But they're not people, right? Yeah, you open the door, they attack you. We roll initiative.
Hold on, we don't have to fight.
Sure.
I can atone one of you.
Sure. No, they have all the defenders listed like off to the side.
I can atone
And then
one of you.
I have to pull them up now in the library. Ugh, why like this? Why like this? Okay, perfect. 1, 2, 3. Well, for some reason, it decided to count them this way, so not 4 and 3. You see some Hell Knights of the Rack. There we go. Boom. There's some dudes there. They see you. You see them. Rolling all initiatives. Sezzix, you're up first. You see 4 people. They might have some descriptive text. Nope, but let's look at what they've got. They are wearing Hell Knight plate. For those of you that don't know, this is like black metal armor with spikes. It's literally the Sauron armor from the movies. It looks very, very identical. It's a signification that they are not initiates, that they like have graduated Hell Knight school and they get this suit of armor when they graduate. So these people are like definitely Hell Knights. They're not pretending to be. They have swords and shields. They have bows on their backs. Yep. You see these peeps. Sezzix, you are up first.
Do they have like partial cover or anything?
Yeah, I mean, they're hiding behind barricades. But don't you ignore all of that?
Not yet, no.
Oh.
I took a gunslinger thing instead.
Sure.
Oh no.
Oh,
That's
no.
number 3.
Oh, no, you say? Well, their touch AC is 9. So yeah, you shoot one and it just drops.
Pew, pew, pew.
Collapses to the ground.
And Blessing of Fervor.
A shot rings out. It's very loud. Yeah, anything else?
I think I have one more attack. Wait. You said, yeah.
I see 5 instances
Yeah.
of damage.
Also, for full, like, edginess here, you guys are on, like, a bridge. You're on, like, a narrow walkway 60 feet above the courtyard below, and you're going into the top of this tower. So that's what this little walkway you're on is it's like an actual causeway. And then below you is 60 feet down is the ground.
I only see 4 instances of damage, Garm.
The crit as well.
Yeah, the crit.
1, 2,
oh, it's an
3,
attack.
4.
I see.
Yeah, one of
My
them's an
1, 2, 3,
attack.
4. Yep.
And on the last one, I'll I'll deal 5 extra bleed damage for free.
So what is the thing that's letting you do that?
I have a deed called Bleeding Wound. At 11th level,
Cost grit or something?
it costs a grit point normally, but I took signature deed, so once per round I can do it for free.
Oh, cool. All right. Buddy, you are up. Yeah, there's some shots that are ringing out. People are gonna move.
Well, I guess I'll take the extra attack. Can I like run and jump over this to like right here?
You can fly.
You can fly,
yeah.
but you cannot charge. There seems to be something between the two of you. But you could fly over and make one attack if you wanted to.
It's 2 because I have Blessing of Fervor.
1 because you moved more than 5 feet.
Yeah, yep, you're right.
Not 5th edition, you son of a bitch.
It'll have a plus whatever.
A plus whatever. Then it has a whatever plus to AC and you miss. Oh god.
Whatever Blessing of Fervor is, like plus 2 or whatever.
Yeah, you're fine, champ.
Yeah. I'll do the mace actually. Mace does.
You bonk him with a mace. Yeah, you smash into him.
Yeah, so that's fire damage if that makes any difference.
Nah, they don't have anything to help him out. Tommy.
I'll move here. Overhand chop his ass.
Is overhand chop a standard action?
You could pile drive.
I don't think you can do both if they're both standard actions, is what I was saying.
Overhand chop is whenever you make a single attack, and pile driver is a standard, I believe.
Overhand chop. A 3rd level 2-handed fighter makes a single attack with an attack
Okay,
action.
then yeah, so
or
you're pile driving.
Okay, I can't do both.
No, you pile drive and it does the damage of an overhand chop.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Overhand chop is not a declared thing, it's just an always thing.
Oh, okay.
Same thing if you took Vital Strike, every Vital Strike would be an overhand chop.
Exactly.
And then I take my free action to trip him.
Yeah, do it up. A 28, you say?
28, I say.
Yeah.
As I have improved trip.
You knock him to the ground.
Yay. It's become useful finally on my feats and trip. The whole region have a sight.
My frontliners just left the front door open.
That's okay, they're doing their thing. Hell Knight of the Rack 1 will go. He will go over here and he will attack. Real quick, buddy, what are you wearing? Are you wearing any armor or you just have that weapon?
I've got like some light armor. What was it?
Light armor, you say?
Yeah. I have a mithril shirt.
Okay. He will step up to you and he will make some combat maneuvers. Does a 21 hit your CMD? Nope.
No.
Oh, does a 30?
31 CMD.
Alright. He misses you twice. How many of the rack? 6 will go. Or what's this one? 5. 5 is... I'm just going to delete him. So I stop seeing him. There's one bleeding to death there. Spurts blood. Also, Hell Knight of the Rack 1 bled for 5 on his turn. This one will do the same thing to Tommy, but from the ground. A 31 against your CMD, Tommy.
CMD is 36.
Alright. It misses twice. He won't stand up. Hell Knight of the Rack 2 will go. He'll take a step to here. They all seem to be trying to hit your gear instead of you. As they are all attempting Sunder combat maneuvers. It misses. Do you have a 36 CMD?
Yeah. I get 2 from improved trip, I believe.
That's
and
not
then...
against... No, that's not to your CMD. That's against trips.
Oh, okay. So then I have 2 less there. And I get 3 from Shattering Strike. A 2-handed fighter gains 1 bonus to CMB and CMD on Sunder attempts and on damage rolls made against objects. These are a +1 every 4 levels beyond second level.
Right, so that's not to your CMD, that's against those specific things. So it would apply in this instance because he was attempting to sunder you, but your CMD is like a 31 or something, not a 36.
Okay, let me fix that.
But it's all good. It just seemed real high. But you are a fighter, so it should be real high. So you're
Looks like you guys are doing great, kids. I'll hold the lantern up, proud. Do you guys have fun, I think?
pass?
Yeah, I'll pass.
Okay. Sezzix, you're up.
I can see 1 from here. If I'm here,
Correct.
can I see 6?
Yeah, but he has cover.
Like
Like there's that wall of tables that they set up so that they'd
I'll
have
just
cover.
step up to here and shoot 1 once.
Sure. Do you want to fly up or?
Oh yeah,
There's still
like, fly
a
above them.
table there.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't think I got fly, right?
If you wanted it, I could give you a tap. I have 9 more charges, so it's fine.
He gave you fly on his last turn. There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah, sure. I'll fly so I don't have to have cover from the tables or anything.
Yeah. You shoot number 1.
Yep, the
Cool.
one that's already very heavily damaged.
He dies.
Yep, probably.
Ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop. Blur.
I'll deal 5 extra damage just because fuck him.
Does not do any extra damage. He was already bleeding.
Oh, the bleed doesn't stack?
Does it say it stacks?
Great question.
Bet you it doesn't.
I
Because
was trying to
usually
figure
those
that
sort of
out.
effects don't, because it's really powerful. This door opens. You see 2 more Hell Knights and a Lady Hell Knight in the back. She shoots her bow.
She looks like she has personal art.
She does. She does, in fact, look like she has personal art.
Same artwork from the other person we killed earlier.
Blurp. No, she looks like a Death Knight.
God, that sword is cool.
Damn.
It is pretty cool. She only has but the 1 bow. Oh, she'll shoot that flying dude. Just the first one of these.
I thought she was frowning, but
Buddy.
she's just stern.
You're up.
Ha.
Yeah, an arrow whizzes by. You see an arrow like fly out the top of the door jam because it's like she's like shooting up or whatever a little bit. Just like sails by, and you're like, huh, I think there's a person up there, but I can't really tell through the 3 people in the fucking table in the hallway. There might be a lady way back there with a bow.
So, how many feet can I travel for charge? Is it 10 feet, 20 feet?
It has to be a minimum of 10 feet. It has to be a straight line with no obstruction. So you could charge Hell Knight of the Rack 3 or Hell Knight of the Rack 4, but no one else on this map. As there is a table between you. If the corner is blocked, it blocks your charge, unfortunately.
Sure.
Unfortunately. Unfortunately.
I'll charge, taking any attack of opportunity.
Sure. We'll take it.
Do my pounce.
Yeah, that's fine.
I haven't done it yet, so
Oh, I succeed.
what the fuck?
They will sunder your armor.
I don't know what that means.
I deal damage to your armor, and then if it deals more damage than it has health, it's destroyed. If it doesn't, but it does half its health, it's broken and provides half your armor bonus. And if it does less than that, it's just taken some damage. But
What's the health of it?
Well, so funny you should ask that.
Good thing we have that chart saved from last time.
They got it all
my God.
figured out. Don't you fret. They got it all figured out. This guy also has feats for it. Oh, okay. Sounds good. You're doing damage. So, plus... Huge. Probably doesn't get through it necessarily. What's your armor?
It was a mithril shirt +2.
So it is made of mithril. So you just gotta... We pull up this stupid chart. From... That was your game, right, Garm?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Mithril is 15.
I sent it in ours.
Okay, perfect. Yes. Armor, hardness special 4. Varies by material 15. Does not bypass the hardness of your armor. You're still good. It scrapes along ineffectually. You charge.
Cool. Sweet. I gotta make my full round attack. I gotta make 4 attacks.
Yep.
Of
I'm gonna put you in a legal square. I'm gonna put them in a legal square.
And I'll attack the lady with a bow because she's bored.
Yeah, she's in the way back. She's 60 feet away from you.
Oh, I didn't see it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just fuck these two.
Yeah. Suck it. Yeah. Ooh, I can do this action. Yeah, you definitely gonna hit these people though. They are super, super injured.
Looks like everything hits.
All those attacks seem to hit.
Yeah.
Tommy, you're on deck.
I'll just finish this poor guy off. -2 because he's prone, or +2 because he's prone.
+4.
+4. Ooh, okay, he's
Plus
dead.
Quattro. He is in fact dead. Do you want to take a 5-foot step anywhere?
Yes, I would. Oh no, he's alive.
Hooray! He's alive.
I'll 5-foot step here.
Sure.
You get haste attack.
Oh!
Did you want to take haste or +2 to AC and +2 to hit?
I would like to take an extra attack.
Sure. Totes hits.
Oh.
Now he's super dead. Alright, number 2 will go. Well. I've got flanking, he says.
Sure does. Wait, can I be flanked?
Can you be flanked? He doesn't know. He's just going to hit your armor class. Does a 28 hit you?
31 for CMD.
He's attacking you with his sword to stab you.
Oh, okay.
In your stabbing holes. Nope.
Yeah, that would hit.
Okay. He hits you uno time, a 25. He hits you dos times, I believe.
Yeah, that would hit.
You are chaotic, correct?
Yeah.
Cool. He is smited chaos. As that is, in fact, what you are. He is going to add 6 plus 8 is 14 plus 7 is 21. He hits you 2 times. He will bypass any damage reduction you have. You take 24. Yeah, he's smited you.
Rude.
You take 24 twice. The other one will do the same thing. He'll also smite you. It seemed effective. Hit, and then slightly less. Oh, also a hit. And then 2 of these plus 42. You take 13 and 42 is 55 through your DR.
5.
They butter you up. Syrup.
Well, that looks like it hurt.
It does look like he's bloodied. It seems like they tried to destroy his armor and it was too tough, so they're like, all right, we'll just cut him down.
Moat.
We'll just chop him.
I'm smitten.
I'll toss a channel at you, big fella.
Tossing a channel, big fella. Yeah, that'll be good. Heal him up.
Thank you.
I'll exclude the nerds.
Sure. Sezzix, you are up.
So anyway,
I start blasting. Badoom.
damn, a nat 1.
Nice.
3 hits? Or does 16 hit touch AC?
16 will hit touch AC. Yes. Successful.
I'll shoot the damaged one first.
Okay. Hit drops.
And then I'll add 5 bleed damage to the last one too.
Sure. That sounds good. Doop-a-doo-doo. She is going to look at her tactics. How smart are you? Oh, she's pretty smart.
She's got this.
Is pretty smart. She will cry out in anger. Oh, I'm on the wrong page. There we go. Now I'm on the right page. It's like, huh, she has the same stat block as that other thing. Weird.
Strange.
Yes, weird indeed. Where is 3? Poop. That's too far away. She will shoot Buddy with her bow a single time. Just the first attack. And the first attack is a hit. Success. It all worked out in the end.
Yay!
This arrow bites through you as if she also has smited chaos.
Yeah.
As they all do the same thing.
Do it up, big boy.
You take 23 damage, and then she moves this direction and out of sight. Buddy, you're up.
Yeah. Sure. I'll finish this guy off. Make some attack.
Ooh.
Man, you could say, these Hell Knights sure are smitten with you, buddy.
Ha-ho!
I'm so excited.
Yo. Oh, those all hit.
Those all hit. Awesome.
He's dumpstered. He's done for. Throw him out. Throw him out in the trash. He is cadavered.
You still have one more hit.
Tommy.
I foot.
What you
I'm
wanna
gonna
do?
take movement speed with my Blessing of Fervor.
Sure.
So
you can move
Remember,
90
you're
feet.
also flying.
Yeah. So let's see what's around this corner.
Sure. Boodaloo. You see that lady? She has dropped her bow and she's holding the sword that she has in her picture.
Hi, lady.
She smiles as you approach.
And then the trip.
Yeah, you knock her over.
Damn.
Sierra, you're up.
Get him.
Get him. Get him. Get him.
I can't touch him. He's too... Oh, I can take Blessing of Fervor. Sure. I'll clamber over. Is it just difficult terrain to climb this thing?
You're not flying?
I'm not gonna waste a fly on me.
No. You would have to make a climb check.
Oh, God. Oh.
I feel like you're gonna.
There's a
waste turn
bunch
to
of
just
rules
fly
for how to get through these things that you guys flew over.
Yeah, I will just channel Buddy and say, go have fun, big guy.
They're 5 feet high, provide cover, and have the features of iron spikes pointing towards the entrance and up towards the ceiling.
Have fun, buddy. I will not be climbing over this.
Sezzix, you're up.
I can make it to here and take one shot.
Sure. She has cover. Well, she has +4 to her AC and cover, but you still hit.
Dude. This is the whole reason I built my class, was to do what I just did. I'm so excited.
Dude, you're doing good. I'm glad you guys are having a good time. She's going to attack you 4 times. 3 times from the ground. Dose hits.
Ooh.
-4?
She has smited him.
Aw.
Aw. Not like this. Not like this.
Tomias.
That does not beat your CMD. Yo, that one does. She hits your scythe with her adamantine longsword.
Gloves of dueling. How much does that give? Gloves of dueling.
I don't know. Seems like something you should know. I'll let you figure it out.
+4 to disarm attacks. So 31 +4.
She's not disarming you. She's sundering you. But it might
Wasn't
also
your
affect
other
that.
thing for Sunder, though?
Your other thing was for sunder.
Oh, attempts to sunder. Against disarm attacks, attempts to sunder, and effects that cause her to lose the grip on the weapon, such as grease.
So what is your CMD against those effects?
It is +4, 35.
Alas, she misses by 1 because she's prone.
Woo.
Otherwise, your scythe, bypassing DR, would have taken 21 damage and gained the broken condition. Alas. Yeah. Buddy, you're up. She swings ferociously. She, like, is, like, about to hit your scythe, and your gloves, like, instinctually pull it out of reach at the last second, and it cuts into your flesh, and you're like, oh, that would have cut my scythe in half.
Well, just remember,
that's not good.
You told me to buy these gloves.
I did. No, I want you guys to dumpster these level 8 creatures. I want you to feel real good about yourself. We'll get back to my dragon in a minute.
I don't want to go to that dragon. I'm not going to that
This
dragon.
was the second easy combat, Cobra.
Oh my god.
So, question. From this point right here, can I pounce to here and do my full round attack?
Did you just move there?
We got a bunch of movement speed.
Pounce is a full round action.
Charging is a full round action. You have to charge in a straight line with no interruption.
Okay. In that case, I'll just move here.
Yeah. I mean, she'll attack you as you swing by.
Never mind.
I mean, you could like fly over the ceiling or whatever and come down.
How's the ceiling?
I don't know. Tall enough for you to. She's lying on the ground. Like, I don't know. You're probably fine.
Yeah.
She's got a little dinky long sword. You just kill her. I don't know what she saw on the map. She only has like 80 health left. Sezzix just needs to shoot her a bunch. Come on, pick it up.
Come on, nerds.
Come on, step it up.
Kill her. Kill her.
Kill her. Yeah, you know it's blows rats come with you. Kill her. Oh, you totes hit her. She takes the damage. Tommy, would you like to earn your keep? Her AC is 4 lower. Both those will hit. There you go. All your attacks hit. Look at that. Look at that. Everything's coming up Tommy. She's dead. Good
Tommy,
job.
you should have 4 attacks.
Why?
Yeah,
would I have
at
four
level
attacks?
11, your base attack bonus goes up to 11. So
And you have
should
an
have
extra
3 attacks.
attack.
Oh, okay.
You have so many things going on for you.
I don't do the extra attack. We'll take the +2 to AC then.
Sure. Combat's over.
Sweet.
I was going to
Buddy.
get the loot here.
Buddy.
Keep.
Give me the loot.
Up.
Buddy just wants the loot.
Upsies.
Up.
Oh,
I'll hold you, baby.
yeah. I'll do whatever Caerrat wants.
Oh, I
Find
just
a
want to get over
sweet
this
longsword, a sweet helmet thing.
I'll
Find
come
this
get you.
belt.
barricade.
She has some keys. She has this bow. She's got this ring. She got this shield. Man, she got all sorts of neat stuff. Get 165 gold pieces. I'm not gonna do math.
We have a shit ton of unidentified stuff.
Yeah, it's all
Oh my
trash.
god, we do.
It's all trash.
Yeah. There's that +1 keen adamantine longsword that's not trash. It's valuable trash.
Would you like to take the time to identify it now?
No.
Okay. You let me know when you want to do that. I live to serve, Garm. I
We have those
live
level 5s
to serve.
back in the place.
Oh, yeah, you have peons for that.
And then bags of holding.
Scoping out these northern rooms here. There is an office that seems to be where she came out of. There is a records hall dedicated to cataloging all the prisoners held in the keep over the past several decades, including all recent prisoners. Curious. Give a perception check. Oh, that's about natural 20. Oh, it's on Tommy.
It doesn't matter.
What a waste. Tommy, your eyes are keener than they've ever been. Your mind is focused. You're like gelling, man. Like you're tripping people, you're cutting them down. Everything's flowing like you're zen. You guys open this door. There's a couple of bookshelves with some notes on it, and you're like, nothing else. Everyone else in the party except Buddy. There's a secret door. Yeah, there's a secret door there, as well as these files you'll probably want to look through at some point. To the other side is records room, and then that little tiny room is the secret room. What do you guys want to do?
Secret room.
Yes.
Sezzix.
I'll point out
The secret room
to the
seems
frontliners.
to lead down some secret stairs.
Alright, let's clear out the rest of this floor then.
Oh yeah, let's go room by room here real quick.
I thought it was awkwardly. Or no, we have Blessing of Fervor. Let's just go through.
Okay.
This is where.
Oh,
the
I'm sorry.
Big bad, you know.
Sorry. There was nothing of interest in the room to the left. There's a secret door. In that secret door are a bunch of interesting documents. So all the documents in the previous room are like current prisoners. No mention of Jackdaw. Secret room, secret records. When you look through them, there'll be interesting things in there.
Okay.
You haven't found the stairs down yet. What door you want to do next? That one?
Yeah.
Oh, look, stairs down. There's nothing here. There's just stairs down. This seems to be like a prisoner intake. You guys want to head down, or you want to clear the room?
Did the lady have like a keychain?
Yeah, she did.
I will take that.
You also had keys.
Well, maybe hers go to the secret stuff.
Hers open things downstairs. Clearing out the rest of this place, this is just a bunk room. And then this room over here is a small shrine to Asmodeus.
Huh?
Can we go?
Down the stairs, you say? Well. Here
I'm
we
gonna put
find
my arm
ourselves yet again. To be us two titans battling it out. Yes, I know I've challenged you greatly these past few days. I know that you've been overwhelmed by my levels of powerful creatures. Yeah. Okay, stairs. We're gonna just throw a quick old mascaroo on here. Go ahead and share this record. And we're gonna go ahead and do some reveals going on here. I'm a leaf in the wind. Heck yeah, Garm. Heck yeah.
Plastic bag. Buddy, we're in rounds. I'll burn a couple second level spells on you.
Blorp.
I was
There.
super concerned.
Perfect. What a good job, Walter. Thanks. I like to think I did a good job drawing that map. It's pretty awesome.
You do a fantabulous job.
Blorp, you guys can go ahead and move yourselves down to those stairs. I'm just transferring you over to the new map. Boom. All right. Stairs leading down. This area leads down to some maximum security cells. They seem to be empty, containing only skeletons. Buddy, you can see right here next to you, there's like a super narrow passageway.
Can I look into it?
Yeah, you can look into it. You see derelict suits of armor sitting on armor racks. They seem to be those same Hell Knight armors that the people were wearing before. It looks like that's like a storage room. And this is like an arrow slit in it that you can see into it. But yeah, it just looks like another room.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep. And there seems to be an actual door to the south. And then, passageway continues around.
Where
What
do
you
you
want
want
to
to
do?
go?
Yeah, that's the question I'm at. I'm asking the questions here. I am the captain.
I
This
am
guy
the
right
captain.
here.
Sure, you going down to this one? Boom.
Looks reasonable.
This is an oubulette, or however you actually pronounce it. I think that was a good shot in the dark.
Oubliette.
An oubliette. Yeah, this is like the French style of prison, where there's like a hole set in the ground with a grate over it, and they put people in it. And then they like throw things at them, and you write books while you're down there. And it's the Count of Monte Cristo. It's like one of those little holes.
Wait. Like in Breaking Bad, where they have Aaron Paul at the end.
I haven't seen it.
Yep.
But
Okay.
sure. If it's
Garmin.
a hole that they put someone in, and there's a cage on top of it.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure it's a French name for that thing, and that's like the name we all use is oubliette or whatever. But
It's one of those French ouvle, oublon.
at my discretion, important NPCs that have been captured are held here. There's no one here. I haven't captured anyone important.
Stuff.
But this is where you guys could have begun your adventure if you had lost the last book's fight. Your team would come to try to break you out or whatever, and you could start here. So
That's fine.
yeah. Going up to the north, there's a northern door that I imagine you might want to open.
Seems good.
Sure, let's make this real fast. Bonk. 2 more of those things, they're all empty. It's almost like you could have all started in your own. And there is a door down to the south.
Wow, is there a 4th one?
I think it just crashed. Did it just crash for you guys?
Yeah, I just got host connection lost.
Yeah.
Hose connection lost. Well, that's it for the session, guys. No, we're going to finish this map. Oh. You can restore its backup. Look at that. You're seeing all the features of Fantasy Grounds today. If it loads, I don't know. Well, it's a good time to talk. Are we playing next week? Yes? Thumbs in chat? Yes?
Next week, yes.
So.
Week after, no for me.
Next week, actually, no.
Okay, so we're not playing the next 2 weeks at least, but we can talk in Discord then. I'm going to be out of town, so I can't do the other one. It should be back up for you guys. We'll just quickly round out this map, and then we'll call it for the day.
18th is dicey for me. I don't know if I'm in town.
Fair. We'll figure it out there. Oh, I think it's still supposed to be... Oh, you're all connecting. I'll let it think for a moment. Okay. So, this is all still revealed, but there's a room here that you guys are about to open. Was the one to the south.
Can you repush the map?
Oh, right. There you go. Waiting for the last one to load in. Okay. Anyway.
Fun.
Fun.
Yeah, I think I'm good until April for stuff.
Okay. Yes.
Maybe spring break.
Here's the map again. You guys open this door. This room is in shambles. Yes, there is a creature. There's 2 creatures in here. So this room looks like it is the place that, someone has lived in for like years. There's like chalk drawings, on the walls and things like that. There's bunches of old clothes for maybe different people and like different styles and things like that. There's a bunch of like food preservatives that have long been eaten. There's just like the empty wrappers or containers or things that once contained grain. And you see a couple of creatures. The first thing you see is this woman in the corner. She looks like this. She is a elf, and she looks to be maybe middle-aged, and she looks, not healthy, but like it's not like she's starving. She's like lean, and she's clearly the prisoner in the relationship between the 2 things in this room. The other thing in this room is a undead creature wearing armor, and it is standing like implacably looking at her. And she's there with like maybe like a piece of chalk, like drawing something on the wall absentmindedly. And the door opens and she's just like still like almost catatonic with the chalk, just like blankly staring at you. And then the undead guy in armor will turn around and see you. And he'll be like, "Greetings."
Hey there. How you doing this afternoon?
He'll like take a step forward towards you and prevent people from coming into the room. Be like, "I am the warden here." What business do you have here? It has been some time since I have had visitors.
New management. Yeah.
Yes. It has been some time. I understand from rumors that have whispered down through the walls that control of the city has changed yet again.
Yeah, and, would you like to be relieved of your duties?
My duty's near an end, but I'm not yet here. I thank you, though. Tell me, it gets like a little more quizzical, like, tell me, what of the world above? Whatever became to the Civil War? Did they put a stop to those upstart silver ravens?
Oh, were you alive back during the Civil War?
I have existed for quite a lot of years. But yes, I was much like you, and it'll kind of like look at its rotted skeletal hand and be like, I was a mortal then. Yes, a worshipper of Asmodeus. I failed my liege, and in exchange was turned into this to serve for a period of 100 years, guarding the very creatures that thought they could undermine our authority. And it'll like turn and look back at Jackdaw and like smash its hammer into the ground, and Jackdaw will like shiver, obviously like permanently mentally damaged from being imprisoned for 80 years with this creature as her tormentor. And he'll turn back to you and be like, there were more once, but they've all died off. Except her. And he'll point at her with the mace. Elves live longer. And with a gesture of his hand, he'll like conjure a flank steak on a plate and then drop it on the ground where it'll shatter and turn to ash. And he'll be like, I've been feeding her. Her will to live is strong. Perhaps she thinks she can outlast me. Time will tell, though. Time will tell.
Yeah, time will tell. Would you guys please fucking kill this thing?
Oh
my
initiative.
God. Jesus Christ. Look at it. Kill it.
Wow.
You look so
Wow,
cool.
guys. Hostile.
I thought you were like the good guy, Caerrat.
Not against this. This guy said the Asmodeus word, and he also said the undead word. Those two things get you hit in the head.
He did say the things. That's right. He did say the things. As you like, as Caerrat's like, we gotta attack him. He's super evil, guys. We gotta attack him.
Guys, he's bad.
He's a bad guy. As Caerrat starts getting all high and mighty, Caerrat, buddy, you know, they're talking in full sentences. This is like a good minute into the conversation that you've checked out of 30 seconds ago. You're looking through your little holes. You're like looking through the little hole in the wall at that room of all the armors, and you're like, huh, wonder how you get in there. And as you're looking at it, as soon as you hear Caerrat start saying combat words, all those armors seem to animate and like come out of the wall.
Kind of funny.
That's great. That's great.
Boop. As they all emerge. And you're like, uh-oh. Their surprise round will be just kind of getting out. Sezzix, you're up first. There seems to be a suit of animated armor standing next to you.
It's not considered flat-footed because it had a surprise round, right?
Correct.
Fuck.
It's just a thing, man. But yeah, it is your turn.
I will 5-foot step to here, potentially making a really bad idea, and then I'll shoot the close armor.
Sure. Blam, blam, blam. That 9 will miss, the rest strike true, so go ahead and damage it 2 more times.
So 4 in total, right?
I
It's
not
just the
have
9
Blessing
misses.
of Fervor.
You don't have Blessing of Fervor.
Oh, then 3.
Yarp. Blam, blam, blam. What types of bullets do you have? Oh,
These
never
are
mind, I
just
think you're good.
regular bullets.
I think you're good. Yeah. Okay. That one's destroyed. The one that was right next to you. He'll go. He'll be like, oh, how unfortunate. He'll take a step forward.
This is where the bad part of my idea comes in.
I don't want to do these things. I'm going to do what I think I should do, which is more fun.
Get a high AC, he'll be fun.
I don't necessarily think so, but that's okay. It wants me to summon creatures, but I don't really want to do that.
It's just annoying.
Yeah, right? That's dumb. That's dumb. We're just going to whack people. See, whacking people never was a problem.
That's fantastic.
It will dome you. It lightly swings at you. A 22 doesn't confirm, right? You have an AC of like 29?
Yeah.
Okay. As it kadonks you, this is all non-lethal damage. It seems as if this mace is merciful.
That's fantastic.
Right? He just wants to add you to the group. What could be wrong with that? Part of the ship, part of the crew. He bonks you, and then with his other hand, he will reach out. Does an 18 touch you?
No, 21.
Okay. You avoid his touch as he kind of just tries to graze you with his hand. Buddy, you're up. The one that came out of the wall next to you just exploded in a shower of metal. That is a hard corner. There is a 5-foot wide door that Sezzix is standing in front of.
Oh, I thought the door was 10 feet.
No, it's 5 feet, like all the other doors on this level.
Can I still make attacks through it?
Yeah, he just has cover. His AC is just 4 higher, but you totally can.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, give me a will save at the start of your turn, now that he's gone. It's a fear effect. I think you're immune from raging, aren't you? So you should be fine.
I thought you just
remove
got
fear
like, a
as well.
bonus.
Oh, okay, then you're good. Yeah, just go make your attacks.
Okay. Sounds good.
Isn't remove fear only like a +4?
It makes you immune while you have it up, I think.
Suppressed for the duration.
Oh, if they already had one on them.
If
but I
they're
think it's-
receiving, yep. So
yeah.
it's just +4.
But I do think he's just immune. But anyway, make a will save. Make a will save, buddy.
A will
damn it.
save?
Make
I
a
think you
make a
basically only fail
flippin'
on
will
one,
save.
so.
Oh,
I'm probably
Flipping
good.
will save.
make a
With all the
flippin' will
pluses, I'm
save.
probably good.
You're good. Go ahead and make your attacks.
Cool.
If the subject is it suppresses when they're already under Garm.
Dose hits. You can roll your damage.
They all hit?
Dose hits.
2 hits?
Dose hits. What did you hit him with? The claws. Sweet.
What
You seem
claws?
to do substantially less damage to him, as your claws are not very effective at tearing into him.
Interesting. I do have magical claws because of my amulet, if that's the issue.
It ain't.
Okay. Alright, then my turn.
It ain't. Oh, they don't all get to go. Whoops. It rolls them all separately. Come back over here, champ. Those two, though, will just
They all
charge Garm.
basically get to go though.
They'll all just charge Garm. They have longswords.
They kick the shit out of me. Oh!
Flat-footed 16?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, does that get there?
That's on the nose.
Aww.
On the nose, he says. Well, it's a good thing I didn't declare as power attacking, because then I would have missed. YOLO. Stab. I shot you down. Seerra,
Very well.
you're up.
I'll 5-foot step to here. I'll channel to Herd Undead. He can make a will save.
He sure will. He has a +8 to this.
Oh my god.
And then he gets to make a will save.
DC 18.
Oh,
DC 19.
His bonus is 18, so I'll just roll this die. Not a 1. He seems to resist it. Sorry,
I'll take 10.
his bonus is at 20. I apologize. He takes 10.
Yeah. I will.
I'll roll 3 more of them though, or 2 more of them. I'll just discard.
Are these?
the
Oh yeah,
last
they're
one.
phantoms.
They'll each take half.
Oh yeah, I guess in that case, I'll quick channel again.
Sure. Rolling for him. Crushes it. Rolling it for the duders. 1 save, 1 fail. I'm guessing. I haven't actually looked at their stats. Oh no, they also have challenge resistance plus 8. They'll also take half. Jesus.
Oh, because of that. It's the Chapel of Asmodeus upstairs.
Yeah, it's unhallowed in here, baby.
Damn.
Do any of them fail?
No,
That's incredible. All right, so all of them take
they already
22
did.
points of damage.
Yep, it
Sick, I've
it
done
has
my
been
job.
done. Oh, I'm sorry. This guy has to take. He's hold on. He took it. Okay. This one will come up. It will attack through the wall at you. Caerrat, your AC is high for this. I have to roll like a 15 up. Nope.
Shouldn't it be the one
Tommy.
that's attacking me? Oh, you.
Yeah, Sezzix. Sorry.
You just said Caerrat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna 5-foot step here.
You only have 4 people, and 2 of you have the same name, and 2 you have the same name. Buddy and Tommy, and Caerrat and Sezzix.
Buddy, Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sezzix, Caerrat.
Yeah, you totally hit. This is just a suit of armor. It's like a training dummy. It's destroyed. You can take your
Okay.
3rd attack on the other one.
Did I get cleaving finish for that too?
Yeah, if that doesn't
Sure.
that triggers when you're not cleaving, right?
I
Whenever
haven't.
he
I would
reduces.
believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you get an extra attack. I mean, it's your character. You don't got to ask me questions about it.
Okay.
I mean, does it work? You
Yes.
fucking got it. Okay, there you go. You tell me it works. Assert yourself. Yes, you destroy that one as well. Handedly. Sezzix, you're up.
5-foot step away.
He'll 5
and
foot
then-
step with you.
Of course he can.
No, hold on. I don't like that.
Does that provoke?
Nope.
No.
Fuck.
I still shoot him though, right? Yeah, we got this.
Sure. He'll just bonk you with his weapon.
He's
What's
got
that?
combat reflexes. He's gonna make us.
He does have touch. Yo, give me a will save. I think it's a will save. It might be something else, but we'll see if it matters based on your roll.
24 and 28 if it's a fear effect.
What if it's a fortitude?
Like
What's your bonus to fortitude?
Same thing.
Okay, you're fine. You take some negative energy. Crushed. He does not have combat reflexes. You can light him up.
How many of those hit? I'm guessing the 11 misses, so 3 probably.
His touch AC is a 15.
So 3 hits.
Trace hits. Homie. Boom, boom, boom. So, like, you take a step back, you go to take a shot, he comes up, he touches you. You feel some real bad touch effect come over you, but you wash it off. You'll be fine. This guy couldn't stop you.
I have a feeling it doesn't matter, but I'll put 5 bleed damage onto him.
He's immune to that. He's undead.
Kind of thought so.
But he does take all of your gun damage. He will go. His wounds do not close. His wounds will... What am I casting now as a protection? Sure. There's a burst of magic. He continues fighting. It is now very quiet here. It's silent, Garm.
Silent night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what we gonna do. 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 Dose hits. Coming in hot. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Make a fortitude save. Caerrat. As he will just pivot away from the gunslinger and start bashing into the person who is channeling positive energy. You are not affected by whatever that is.
Nice.
It's
I'll
probably
just be beaten the head.
It's probably paralysis, because he's a lich. Bonk, bonk. He bonks you real good. Buddy.
We bonk back.
Yes, bonk away. You seem to be more amusing than anything.
Aw.
Solid.
Fuck. Well, one hits though. Take that.
Sure. Seems to do hardly anything to him. This phantom armor go, it'll fly above him. It will bonk down at this Garm person.
Mhm.
Bonk, bonk. Bonk, bonk. Seerett,
Mhm.
you're up.
Well, guys, I don't feel great. He has step up and strike. I suppose I do let him step up so he's been flanking.
I was gonna say, do we
You
have
can still
flying
channel for what it's worth.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do have flying.
Tommy could like 5 foot fly over me and still hit him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you want to wait for your compatriots to go first, Garm?
Yeah, seems healthy.
All right. I will delay you then. Tommy.
Thank you, Papa.
I'm 5 foot flying over.
Yes. The stack is confusing.
Only one hit.
He is wearing a lot of armor.
Damn, I'm surprised the 33 misses.
Oh, he's barely up. Seerett, do you want to go? You want channel positive
I'll wait
energy
for-
once?
I'll wait for.
You want channel positive energy once?
Yeah, I'll just. That's fine.
Yeah, getting the kill. He has one hit point. He gets a 35 on his will
Or-
save. He'll take half.
Bam!
Boom. He collapses into a pile of dust. It is still very quiet. He casts a quickened silence
Yeah, that's horrifying.
on himself. He's just gonna chase you down, bitch. Combat can be over. You can make a knowledge religion check to figure out what type of creature this was that you just encountered.
What is it?
Oh, 30. This is a lich. You know that they are incredibly powerful creatures. You can ask one question about them.
That was a lich.
Mhm.
Oh.
Do you? I imagine your character
I wanna
just
get rid
knows
of
that your character would know
Yeah.
the most lichy thing there is.
Phylactery.
Her phylactery. You know that she has a phylactery somewhere, and she will reconstitute at some time.
Who knows where?
Yep. You guys can spend a length of time scouring this place up and down in the broad daylight, which was the perfect time to attack, and you will not find it here.
We found the real treasure.
But the real treasure was the friends
we
you made.
made along the way.
Yep, the friends you
Yeah.
made along the way.
The real treasure was the scroll of heal that I'll be deleting off my character sheet and casting on Jackdaw. After
Okay.
I confirm it's actually her.
Well, we will go ahead and just finish up right here real quick. Yes. So, sorry, 1 second. So, Jackdaw. You guys, so you destroy this lich, it collapses to a pile of dust. There's some valuables there. We'll throw them on your loot later. Jackdaw is sitting there, still kind of catatonic, just kind of like pawing at the wall with her like little bit of chalk.
Hello. Good news. We're real.
Yeah, as you
Uh,
approach, she'll like go back to just kind of drawing her chalk thing.
I've like read an account of what Jackdaw looked like, right?
Yes, this looks like her. She appears, though, to be now a frazzled elven woman, caked with filth and clad in ratty rags. Across her mouth is a rusty iron faceplate.
Oh.
It's like a Mad Max thing around her mouth.
Can I disable device to take it off?
Oh yeah, I mean the warden had a key that you guys can pull off if you want.
Oh,
Throw
yeah,
that.
that's smarter with how my rolls.
Yeah,
have
you can
gone
pull
today.
off the key and you can take it off her. As you're like, manipulating it behind her head or whatever, she'll like offer no resistance and she'll just close her eyes and be humming to herself.
That's yeah. I mean, okay. We'll get
You
that
can
off.
make a wisdom check. Everyone can.
Oh, this is Listen, guys. Listen, guys.
Oh,
I still got lower
hey,
than you.
Buddy and Caerrat, she seems to be
Song of
humming.
Silver?
Yeah, she seems to be humming the lyrics, humming the that melody to the Song of Silver. She's humming the first few bars to it.
You've earned yourself a heal spell once that face thing is off.
Yeah, you take the face thing off, and you see that like the lower part of her face is caked over in like old scars and like blisters that have formed and then broken and kind of been like partially healed and repaired. And it's just like it's not pleasant down there.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, you can heal her up if you toss a lesser restoration at her. Or a restoration spell, you notice that at some point in her stay, they like cut her tongue out. And like once that kind of gets healed back, she will keep to herself mostly. She avoids any. Oh, did Tommy bounce?
No, I'm still here.
Okay. She avoids any like direct questions. As if she's not listening to you or just is enjoying the fact that she doesn't have to answer things anymore and do as she's told. But just by hanging out with her over the course of like an hour, she'll kind of go back into this quasi catatonic state where she seems to center herself by singing the lyrics of the Song of Silver, which was the thing she was humming. So if you're present during that time, you can just write down what the lyrics to the song are.
Yeah, it seems useful.
And that, as like the big plot thing, that is the song that the Silver Ravens supposedly performed at the temple back in the day to protect the city against devils. The temple that, of course, has now been leveled and rebuilt as a temple to Asmodeus. That would be the preferred place to be when you would perform this song.
Interesting.
So that's
if only we had a bard.
It's all right. GM NPC is a bard. Don't worry. You don't even need to play this game to win. There are 2 items of particular interest, though, in those secret documents that you go through. The first is a file on a prisoner named Jackdaw. Indicated the prisoner in question is being held in the southeastern Obulette, in the keep's largely forgotten Lois dungeon, and that she remains under guard by something known as the First Warden. The second record of interest is a contract between Barzillai Thrune and the Order of the Rack. This contract, dated shortly after Thrune took control of Kintargo, includes a promise by Barzillai to transfer all resources of the Order of the Torrent to the Order of the Rack once the latter order has been disbanded. Several elements in this contract go specifically against certain Hell Knight traditions. And you believe that if you, through your back channels, kind of write some letters to Hell Knight of the Rack officials that are like, hey, we know you guys were operating without full authority in this regard, you can get them to stop interfering in the future of Kintargo.
Get them to fuck off a little bit?
Yes. Basically deprive Barzillai of that arrangement that he made. But
and
yeah.
I'm sure our Torrent Avengers won't be too happy that, the Rack was on paper trying to fuck them.
No. But yes, we will stop there for the day. You guys are still level 11. Thanks for playing. Hope you had fun.
Nice.
See you guys
It's been real.
in a
It's been
couple
fun.
weeks.
Great session.